What's up, y'all, man? It's 100 p. I'm back west of the 110. I know y'all like, damn, this dude on at night or evening, lady, whatever. We here though. Hope everybody had a good day enjoying this the heat. I got my boy Ben ready with me. What's the word, man? How you doing, Ben?
What's the deal, man? What's happening with it?
Another day, man. We here, man. Can't complain. Every day above ground is a good day. That's what they say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most definitely a blessing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. But like I say, everybody out there, we coming to you from LA. Got my boy Ben out here in H Town. A lot of stuff been going on, man. As you can see, I mean, everybody pay attention to the news. Everybody watches the news or social media, Um,
Hmm.
so I say we're gonna get into this stuff today, man, and just talk about some of the news that people could use, man. I mean, right about now, as we all know, that Carmelo situation, the Carmelo Anthony, not the basketball player, um, the young guy who was sentenced, that's still pretty tough, man. I know people familiar with that. What do you think about that case, man?
Uh, I feel I got a crazy take on it, man. I got a crazy take. I think one way out here in Texas, you have a right to defend yourself out here. So, it's if I'm not mistaken, I'm new out here, but to my knowledge, I thought that, this is a open carry state. You know what I'm saying? So even though he wasn't armed with a strap, you know what I'm saying, I would think you have a right to defend yourself out here. So you getting jumped or whatever the case is, raining. Do I think he should have killed the guy? I don't know. I don't think so. I think to be 1,000% honest, I feel like the nigga probably could have packed. He probably could have packed all three of them up and got them up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, you know, um, I don't know what was going through his head at the time, but nobody knows. It's easy to sit there and cry when somebody is gone. But what did he do to happen? Like, did he? It was raining. Did he have to be like, whatever was said about get up from under the tent or whatnot? Um, it's a tough situation, man. It's tough to be honest with you. For me, it's like, yo, I don't feel he wrong, but at the same time, he didn't have to kill the dude. He could have dropped him. I think he could have dropped him. Now, if he was getting rushed like that and he couldn't win, then hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to get up out of there because they gonna mix you up. Do I think those guys would have killed him if they had knives? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they were on the aggressive side of that. Like they was like, nigga, get up out of here, like bounce. If he would have just walked away and left, I don't think we had a fight. But then again, I don't know all the deets, but you know, yeah, that's my
yeah,
take on it.
yeah. I mean, say a lot of different opinions were given on that situation. Some people even went as far as saying that the young man brought a knife on school campus, which I've worked in school facilities before. You aren't supposed to have any weapons on school campus, which we know. But
Mm-hmm.
my thing is like I've even heard a few people say, well, maybe he took it to school to defend himself, and maybe some people even said maybe his parents told him to do that. I said, well, first and foremost, as a parent, I don't think any parent will ever tell their kid to take a knife to school if the kid keeps picking them.
Mm-hmm.
That's just first and foremost because not saying that they don't want the kid to, stick up for himself, but saying they don't want to see their kid hurt or in jail, and they don't want them to hurt nobody else's child. So they tell them, what people used to tell your kids: somebody picking on you at school, you better go handle it, with your fist.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I don't think a parent want to put they child in position to be ruining their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, take this blade with you to school, man. Protect yourself. Even in schools in the hood, like out there in Cali, like me personally, I never heard a parent or a homie or something saying like, yeah, my pops gave me this strap. Now, nowadays niggas come to school with the straps already, but I don't think that's the parents telling them to do that.
Oh no, I've never, never seen that, never heard that. Um, how should I say it? I went, I got in high school in the '90s in LA, so and I didn't. Yeah, it was a lot of violence going on, but I mean, I've never personally heard stories of somebody saying, "Oh, I heard his such and such mom or dad told them to do that." I never heard that. So, I think it's a sad situation when anybody loses their life. And my thing also too is now just speaking from a street side of that situation. Um, from what people were saying, if the young man Carmelo was sitting there by himself, well, not by himself, but sitting under the tent with other individuals, and they walked up. Um, I wonder, what was that about? Did they already have some history? Were they bullying him? Have they gotten into it before? But as we all know, especially in certain southern places, as a young black male, and it seemed like the school was a mixed school, but it seemed more predominantly like it was like Caucasian kids there.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I've experienced it myself being down south a lot. Some of them feel like you don't belong there just because of the skin, color of your skin.
Yeah, they feel like this they town, huh?
Feel like it's Daytown, you know what I'm saying? And it's you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Yogi? Shout out to Yogi. Yeah, you can't really do that, man. A lot of people have to snap back into reality because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's about money. Greenbacks nowadays, it's been about that, but pay attention to times. People spend more time focusing on bullshit rather than spending on, doing somewhere they can make money.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching it was an old episode of First 48, and the dude robbed a guy for like 100 and something dollars. I'm like, dog, you can go work at McDonald's for a couple of hours and get that. Like, it's a bunch, the mindset of people, of the shortcut. The shortcut shit, lazy man works twice as hard, man. You know what I mean? Like, so the mentality of people sometimes, man, they don't know I don't know, man. The hood thing, that's a whole nother situation. The
Yeah,
mindset of the hood thing.
yeah. I mean, I like what you said too. A lazy person have to work twice as hard, and that's just like somebody telling the truth. It's easier to do the right thing. It takes more time to do something wrong purposely.
Right.
Um, yeah, that is true though. But like I say, rest in peace to the young man that lost his life. And also too, with I don't know, man. Just people looking at it really from the judicial side of how fast it went. Even hearing from some people on the internet, I listened to OG Smackwater down there in Texas, and something he said was true. He said usually when they transport you from, you get convicted, you know what I'm saying, and you go back to your jail, you don't go to prison sometimes for 2, 3 weeks, maybe the transfer, maybe a month, sometimes depending on where you at.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they said they got Carmelo out of there in what, like less than 72 hours.
Yeah, I don't know how accurate the story was that I was listening to or watching or both, but
Yeah,
it was saying that his dad, the the man that was on the live, his father had some kind of connection with a prison there. I don't know how accurate that is, so I
yeah,
take that with a grain of salt. But seeing how his the forgive me for not knowing the young man name that was on the live. But his father, I don't know if you've seen that video of him talking about how he's a what he said, what do you call him, a watermelon or the watermelon felon? I believe that's what he called him.
yeah. I seen that.
So I mean that come on, man. I hope some type of evidence come up and case get overturned, because if that story is true, then he's in trouble in there.
Yeah.
is any kind
Uh,
of ties to the father and all of that. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, even though you know the father is on there saying some crazy stuff, but um, it is kind of wild that he would get on there saying some stuff. I know that he lost a child and a lot of emotions is going through his head, but watermelon felon, like come on, man, and also too, a lot of these media resources, they have to do more with how they restrict certain stuff because as we've seen it before, there's a lot of black people who said and done things on TV that were minimal than some other people from other races, things they've done on TV that they didn't have nothing done to them. But some black people could say the one wrong thing that's not even harsh. He's canceled. So it's just amazing that he said that. It's, when you brought that up, it just struck a nerve because I remember seeing that clip.
Yeah, that was a trip. I'm like the watermelon felon, nigga. You trying to rhyme too, nigga? What you doing out here? You know what I'm saying? The watermelon felon. It that just goes to show you, man. We still in that world, man. We not far removed from that racist stuff, man. It's still here. You know what I'm saying? I heard there's some sundown towns across Texas. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I don't, I only been here for 2 years, so I'm not even still used to it. I go where I gotta go and get back to the crib. I don't do too much, but yeah, man, we still in that world, man. It's still racism everywhere. You just got to be
it is.
careful. But I do wonder, you know, um, what what was said to him for him to go from 0 to 100. You know what I'm saying? Into I have to kill this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, did he mean to kill him? Was it an accident? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
what did he yell some racial slurs and seeing, what I'm saying, and seeing that his father hitting with the watermelon felon, I
yeah,
don't I don't think that, the apple don't fall far from the tree. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So seeing how the dad was, all that racism shit starts at home. So maybe he was at the crib and he heard, growing up, he heard that foolishness and probably hit him with the hard ER, or the porch animal, or things of that
yeah,
nature.
yeah.
And you know everybody don't play when it comes to their blackness.
That's
What I'm
true.
saying? Everybody don't play when it comes to their blackness. So you can sit there and play with him because he maybe I don't know what kind of dude Carmelo was. I don't know if he was just a regular student or if he was athletic or whatever the case. But if I'm not mistaken, the young man I was on the live, he played football or something, correct?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he did. He was a pretty big kid.
Yeah, so he probably was just like, man, people had those mindsets of like, I'm bigger than you, I'll whoop your ass, like, and that means nothing.
Yeah,
That,
yeah,
that
at
means
all.
nothing. If you need evidence, go watch some old UFC footages, nigga. Nigga, I seen my nigga this big nigga, man. That nigga got folded like this nigga. The brand is new school clothes, man. By the littlest nigga. So sometimes, certain races have these things in their head, like, I'm bigger than you. I can beat you up. I'm taller than you. I'll beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? And be like,
Yeah.
yeah, your ass will get chopped down, nigga, like a lumber tree, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, um, it's just a lot of things, man. I just wonder about a lot of that, man, and if that is what happened, and or did he just go overboard and panic, like, yo, it's three dudes trying to kill me, and who's to say the other dudes wasn't saying anything either? They could have been saying, let's kick this Hardy R's ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold up. Oh,
Yeah,
they might try and do damage. Nigga, we in the South, and nigga, I got to get the poking.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's how. Damn, we got these sirens blaring all out here. Um, yeah, that's how a lot of people could look at it, and But well, hey, what's up, Russ, man? Hey Ben, we got my boy Russ on the line. He out there in the South Side of Houston right now.
Oh, okay, what
Oh,
up? What up? Salute, salute, salute.
all right, all right. How y'all doing, man?
All right, all right.
All good. I said I had to. Ben Ready said he had to tap in from the North Side, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm, I'm out here chilling in the Tascasita, man. We chilling.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You deep north side, really. Yeah,
he said I'm the North Side away from the shit.
yeah, that's a whole nother city.
Yeah, hey, it's
Yeah,
funny
man.
because out there in the city, a lot of people be like, "Yeah, we don't mess with that side. Now we don't drive out there." I'm like, "Shit." Seeing how that person was, like, well, I'm glad you don't, nigga, because nigga.
So I don't
Man,
want your
hey,
ass out here anyway.
man, but you know what's so crazy though, man? Being that y'all both in Houston, Russ been in Houston for a long time, is a native, born and raised. Also he got a law firm out there in Houston. So if you ever need an attorney, anybody in the Texas area, you got Russ right there.
Oh yeah, salute, salute, most definitely.
Yeah, that's him and his partner, that's Stringfellow Taylor and Associates LLC out there in Houston, Texas.
Oh yeah, you might have to see what's going on out that way, man.
Man, hey, no, but hey, Russ, we were just, we was going over, we were talking about, the whole Carmelo situation, just saying like, it's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of people's opinions, and just like I say, getting into some stuff that's been going on, especially like the Xavier Wells, we get into that a little later. But something that I know that you're familiar with, Russ, being that you're in Houston with Texan fans. Stephon Diggs was once a Houston Texan. I heard allegations come up on him while he was a Texan. Like I said, these are all allegations. Hell, I wasn't there. We don't know. So, but it seems kind of crazy right now what's going on that Cardi B is on social media defending her baby daddy. From the young man who's claiming that Stefan tried to make a pass at him sexually. I don't know if y'all familiar with it. But
Yeah.
if you are, what you think about that, Russ? Or being Russ may be on hold.
Oh, it's just crazy how
Oh, all right. Hello?
Oh, okay, you here?
Yeah, yeah, man. Phone. I'm on my phone. When it closes, it goes out. I had to make sure it
Oh yeah,
stays
yeah.
on. All right. Wait, what do I think about her taking up for her man, or what do I think about the situation?
Well, I mean, the two-parter, for with the whole situation, what I'm saying, back and forth, he say, she say that, oh, well, wait, basically, he
I
say,
mean,
she
the
say.
situation is wild.
Yeah,
So that the
yeah.
fact that I don't know what the hell Stephon Diggs is into, man. It seems like he's into some of every damn thing. So,
literally.
yeah, I mean, I don't think he gives a damn. Shit,
What you
men
say?
and women can get it with him. But hell, I really don't know what did Cardi B say.
Well, I mean, it was nothing. I won't say she was attacking people like that, but people were basically, from what I've seen on different social media sites, um, a lot of people were attacking Stephon Diggs, saying this, that, and that, calling him, slurs that certain community wouldn't like, and and he's saying it was a lie, but the individual who's accusing him allegedly has presented 100 pages worth of text messages between them, and
Oh,
more allegations saying that allegedly Stefan Diggs' brother had supposedly went to or was in the area where this guy was at and whipped his ass, him and some guys, which it's supposed to be a video floating around. I seen it. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's them. But
yeah,
it's a lot of shit out there going on saying, that's in the defense of the guy accusing Stefan Diggs.
in defense of Stephon Diggs.
No, in the defense of the victim accusing Stefan
Okay,
Diggs to prove him right.
Right. I mean, I don't know. You know, like I say, nobody, neither of us was there to actually say what went on. But I guess ultimately the truth would come out. But I don't know about Stephon Diggs, to be honest with you. And so, I mean,
He's a good football player. I give him that.
right, he's a good football player. Yeah, I can't take away nothing on that. But some of his latest photos and things lead me to believe that there may be some truth to these allegations, especially since you consider, his, you know, he had been accused of this type of stuff in the past.
True,
But
true.
even though he was found not liable, but that just means they couldn't prove it.
Now, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna get your opinion before I say it. What you think about that, Ben?
Um, the past year plus for that dude has been very interesting. I just hate that when things go bad with black men in general sometimes with their girlfriend, they get hit with the gay allegations.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? And if that is the case with these women who feel this way, how long have you known that? And how long did you know that? If it was a problem, how long did you deal with him with that problem? You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother situation. But I feel like, it's weird. Like maybe I'm getting a little bit too old, or maybe I'm getting too older, or I'm getting older to the point of where a lot of stuff just don't make sense to me anymore. Like fam had the I don't know if he had a crop top on, or I don't know. I
Yes.
just, I just know the nigga belly button was showing, man. I'm just like, fam, like just as a grown man, or just as a man, like if you're not on the field, I understand working out. You got the small top joints or whatever the case for the breeze or whatever. But nigga, if you just purposely wearing some small clothes, shit, like nah, man. Yes, so purposely having your stomach out, nah. But unfortunately, the stuff with him and Cardi and all the stuff that's been going on with him in the media, man, this was most definitely the last thing this man needed in his life. You know what I'm saying? These allegations, then you have all these text messages back and forth, and Cardi, of course, she has to defend it because it'll fall all back on her. To what I said, like did you know this too? She got a strong fan base. Hey,
Yeah.
was he gay? Why, or whatever was going on while he was with you? Was you sitting there pegging this guy, or why you
Hey,
was waiting? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of questions, but I just feel bad if he's not gay. And I mean, it's 2026, man. Those men and women that been in the closet, secretly having secret relationships with your close friends and pals, like it's 2026. You can come out. It's okay. Just be yourself. Well, you make it worse on yourself when you hide it, man. You can just come out, man. Stop all that behind the door pillow bite, man, and go ahead and come on out, man. It's cool. It's 2026, man. Everybody be happy in the world, man. Stop hiding it.
yeah, tell them to do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell a lot of people, I think it's just a lack of knowledge, especially from people like myself and you gentlemen who are straight heterosexual males. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yes.
mean, it's just the simple fact that a lot of us we have friends and family members a part of that community, but it's like we don't hang out with that community. You know what I'm saying? Not saying cause we got something against them, just that if I don't play cricket, I'm not going to be hanging out at a field where they play cricket at. Because for one, I don't play cricket and I don't know how to play it. So why would I be there?
Mm-hmm.
So I think people need to snap out of the BS that the media feeds into. Like for example, like say podcasting. Like I had a few conversations a few days ago with some people, and today, one thing I try to pride myself on being from South Central Los Angeles, grew up in the hood. I'm talking about one of the most dangerous hoods around. And why would I want to glorify all this gang shit on my podcast, like a lot of people are doing nowadays, and bringing it to the forefront? Because little kids see that, and they want to do that. They want to get a tat next day. You know what I'm saying? They want to be such and such from here, there, and there. So I say that to say this: if it's not my cup of tea, or it's not your cup of tea, why be there, or surround yourself with it? You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it doesn't mean it comes from a hatred standpoint. It's just the simple fact is real men and real women know that when you're in over your head. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
a lot of people need to get back to that. Like I talk to Russ all the time. People need to snap back to reality. Some people are so out of touch with reality. And something I was telling my wife earlier. You got somebody right now who's been praying for the same thing, the same situation to happen for 30, 40 years if it never happened. What do you have to say to a person like that?
Look, I want to chime in about whether or not Cardi B knew about Stephon. I think most of these women know these men are bisexual,
Cause
and
they are, ain't she?
yeah, probably so. But I think she knows he's bisexual. They know most of these men are bisexual, and for some reason, it's cool, it's acceptable. They can go get a bisexual man, and it's okay. So it's not. I don't think they're even really trying to hide that shit anymore. Cause a bunch of these dudes is coming out as, gay or bisexual.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Like I say, whatever floats they boat. Like I tell people all the time, I don't give two shits what two grown men or two grown women want to do with each other. That's your business. I have nothing to do with that at all. If that's how you want to live your lifestyle, like I tell a lot of people, homosexuals have not just came around; they've been around for hundreds and thousands of years. So I mean, the fact of the matter, some people get nervous or don't want to be around them. Hey, that's your cup of tea. I don't have no problem with nobody because first and foremost, I look at you as a human being. You know what I'm saying? You're a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a shit what you do in your bed. You got some heterosexual people who do even wilder shit with each other than maybe homosexual people. So, I mean, hey, that's your business. But when it comes to this world, when you're in the spotlight, it's always gonna be some kind of backlash around certain shit. But this isn't just backlash of him possibly being homosexual. The victim basically is stating from what he said is sort of an act of like he was trying to take it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It, it's been the second person said came out too.
and
Oh,
said
for
the
real?
same thing.
Yeah. Who was the first person? The first person was what?
I can't remember the light skinned. Well, he's a light skinned guy.
Yeah.
Um, I can't remember his name. I don't even want to say his name, but it's a light skinned gentleman. That he alleged that Mr. Diggs, whipped himself out and started playing with himself in front of him, and tried to get him aroused. But I'm like, I don't know what conversation did y'all have for you to even be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you fly somewhere or come to party with Stefan Diggs? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it is what it is. But well, hey, what's up, Milo? What's the word, man?
Hey, hey,
What's the deal, man? We got Milo with us, man. So we got a lot of Texans in the building. We got South Side with Russ. We got my boy Ben in the far north side, and we got Port Arthur with Mr. Milo right there. How you
what's
been, sir?
happening, fellas? How y'all doing?
All right. All
All
right.
right, all right.
All right. Yes, sir.
Oh shit,
My
man.
grandma from Port Arthur, man. 90
Oh, for
miles
real?
away. Yeah, man. It's crazy.
That's crazy. Small world.
Small
Oh,
world. what's the deal, Milo, man? like I said, we it's been a lot of stuff going on in the news right now, man. We were talking earlier, getting off the dig situation. We talked about the Carmelo situation, and right now I know everybody's focusing on the Xavier Wells. Um, what you think about that, Milo? That whole situation that's coming about down there.
What you talking about? That guy who wound up dead, going with his friends, with his white friend.
Yeah, yeah, the one that ended up on the Horn Island or something like that, where they went, out for
Uh,
outing or something.
well, some people don't believe fat meat greasy. It's like in your personal relationships with white folks. Well, you can have a great relationship. Y'all can be friends, grow up together, and everything. But if you're the only one in the crowd, of all of them, you can anticipate and expect that somebody gonna have a problem with you, and you kind of putting yourself out there when you go off the grid to island. Said, and you the only nigga around. Who taught you to think that way? The world ain't that accepting. We want it to be. TV tell us it is, but no, the world ain't like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't see color. That's some bullshit. You know what I mean? And he kind of set himself up for failure. His parents failed him, you know, in my opinion, by not preparing them for the realities of the world. Yes, hang out with your white friends in y'all block, y'all neighborhood, y'all grow up with each other, but you going off on the island with a whole bunch of folks who don't know you in Mississippi, you must be crazy.
Mm.
And
Yep.
that's what I said. Mississippi, out of all places in the world, because I mean, history. If, people who know history, like I know you brothers do. We all know back in the day, Mississippi didn't even really consider itself damn near part of America the way they was treating people down there back in the day. Um, But man, that shit tripped me out, man. I still can't believe it. And then everything that's being, from what we know from the media sources that's being covered up, and stuff that seems like they've been hiding. Like, man, this is our judicial system. Hey, what you got to say about that, Russ? Everything that you've seen from the news about that situation, your opinion.
And I agree with Milo. I mean, basically, I would not want to. I never want to be the only person of color in a room full of white people, especially on a personal level. It's already uncomfortable on a professional level, but on a personal level, you are kind of maybe setting yourself up for failure. I don't want to be the token nigga
Right.
at the all white gathering. I mean, really, what makes you think you are accepted by them to that level? Because you're the only one here. Ask yourself, why am I the only one?
Yeah.
What the hell makes me special that they invited me? And I think sometimes they get it twisted that they are above or somehow made it because they've been accepted, but they're only tolerated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you right. You right about that. Well, hey, what's up, Melanie Queen? How you doing?
Blessed by the best. Hello, Kings.
Hey, what up?
All right,
What
What
up?
all
up,
right.
What up?
man?
Yeah, man. I agree with you, Tarzan. I agree with you, Russ and Milo. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's true, man. Like, why would you want to be the only? Yeah, the only how you say it stand out there amongst everybody else because, like you say, I mean, I don't know. And me as having kids, it's like me personally. If my son was to tell me I'm finna go somewhere like that, like who all going? Like your partner going? Because I think the young man, Mr. Wells, had a best friend, who happened to be black. I don't think he was with him or he was there or something like that, but not in his vicinity. But it's like I don't know, man. Some people may say it comes down to parents. You know what I mean? What do you think about that? You think that played the biggest factor in it?
You didn't teach your kids any common sense.
How the
Mm.
world
Well,
really
hey,
operate. They
Right.
got
You
written
sheltered
rules
them and
and unwritten rules. You got to learn the unwritten rules just as much as you learn the written rules. you know. And like Russ said, why you there? You the token nigga. Why you really here in this environment? What make you think, you fully accepted? Some people really believe that we have completely made it, we completely integrated, and the world is a certain way. That's a bunch of bull they sell us, and these incidents like this let you know the way the world really is right beneath the surface. These type of things gonna keep happening because we lacking, we slipping.
We seen a case similar a few years back, 2018. Tamla Horsford. She was the young black woman who went on a overnight gathering with all white female friends, and just so happened she's the only one that ended up dying. Falling.
I remember that.
I think they said she fell over a balcony or something happened. It's like, yo, and I don't believe they woke up and found her body. Like, so she was just by herself. Like, it's as a parent, if my child, or even another close relative is hanging out with nothing but white friends or even majority white, hey, y'all need to be careful because we don't know. It's a lot of jealousy out here. We don't know. Some people just don't like us. Like, it's ridiculous to go out on a trip with a friend or having a wonderful gathering or meeting up for something wonderful and it ends up in death and it's just us. How the fuck did this happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, how did she end up dead having a girls' night or a girls' slumber party week or it was all grown, but that the women having a girl nights at home. How did the Nolan? How did that situation happen? You know what I mean?
It took 2 days for them to find him. The fact that his phone wasn't on him, and nowadays teenagers do not put their phone down. That's just something that is glued to them. That's not something you're going to see a teenager without, especially in this generation. So it was oddly weird that he didn't have his phone or his house keys, and everyone else came back to shore but him. Another thing that I paid attention to was I don't believe the mother is 100% melanated. I think she's kind of mixed with something. So when you have mulatto kids and you do not teach your mulatto kids that if their skin is darker than yours, they should know how to act in society, knowing that people are automatically scared of you based upon the color of your skin. I don't feel like they taught their son that. I don't feel like they taught their son that, yeah, you can have some white friends. Don't get me wrong. Not all white people are bad. But you have a lot of them that come from that long line of hatred of people that look like us. And so for you not to teach your child that, or I don't know if she taught her son that or not. I'm just saying, like, based upon the pictures and his Instagram and everything you see, all you see is him around white kids. Like, he had a couple of black friends, but majority of the pictures that you see him in, he was around nothing but white kids. And then at that of the heart of Mississippi. And we know the background of Mississippi.
You see that a lot though. I mean, even when I went to college up in Lancaster, back in the day, Lancaster was predominantly white. This is before Mayor R.S. Perry took over. It was probably about 12% black, 70% white.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like the stuff that we knew from LA, growing up in LA in the hoods. I mean, like I say, we grew up on some hood shit. Not saying just because you grew up on hood shit don't mean you turned into a gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people grew up in the hood shit, no matter where you LA, Houston, Chicago, Miami. That mentality helped us with our common sense. And I say that to say this. A lot of people who grew up like we did, maybe a little older than me, they moved their kids away from shit like that. And when they get in these communities, they tell them. We seen that when we got to Lancaster. The people who lived up there before us in the 90s that were black, they were telling them, their kids, don't be playing with them little black kids from LA. They were telling us that. And we wasn't kids. We was shit going into high school, like what do you, in high school. So it's like, what do you mean talking about like don't play with them kids? Like, bro, I'm finna start college in the fall. What are you talking about? I'm a grown man. But it's just the mentality. they feel like they're better off not having friends who they feel might be involved in some bullshit. But at the end of the day, look at what happens.
I mean, you have a lot of parents that teach their kids, what to do when they come in contact with the police. But why you don't teach your kids about when they come in contact with certain race of people, Because you know that we're not favored. Yeah, a lot of people do not like us. So it's like you have to teach your children that, not teaching them hate, but teaching them self awareness, teaching them how to know who's for you and who's not for you. Because not everybody is for you. Not every smiling face has good behind them.
Yeah, good intention, and that's true. Um, you know what? Let me ask you this. I want to ask Milo and Russ this question real quick. Um, what do y'all think today's society needs as far as all this racial tension, especially between the blacks, Hispanics, whites, and blacks? You know what I'm saying? What do you think is a solution that could be implemented right now that could possibly work, or is there one?
Wow. Man, I think if I knew that, I'll have a Nobel Peace Prize or something. But
Right, right. That's a
shit,
cure for counsel.
for real, huh? Like,
I mean,
man,
well. My thing is, only reason I say that is because respectfully, two educated brothers. You hear opinions from a lot of people who aren't educated, and they come up with some pretty good ideas. So I was just saying, basically from you two gentlemen, if you had the chance right now to implement something, I'm not saying it'll work instantly or it'll work at all, but just from your opinion, if you had something from what you've seen over the years you've been here, like what's something that you would like to see done, basically.
I would
oh,
like to see us focus on us first. Get our shit together, our economy together, and not necessarily worry about what other people think about us or try to get along with people. Now, you have encounters, you deal with them, good or bad, and be professional at all times. But I think improving us is the main thing because you can't fix this race problem. This 500 years plus ongoing. It haven't been solved. Now I know I ain't gonna solve it. We in this fight till we die.
Mm.
Yeah, you're right. And you know what? I want to add to what you said. Like we in this fight till we die, but I mean, I'm speaking from what I see in LA. I think people, especially in the black community, face they fight towards the wrong shit. Like, I'm talking about the gangbang culture in LA. It's like if you took some of that fight towards the right movements, I think you would see some changes. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just my opinion from what I see out here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people tend to do crazy shit. Like I said this before. I said this recently here in LA, in South LA, the unemployment rate in the black community right now currently is 20 to 22%. 20% is typical, but 22 is in the Crenshaw district in LA, which we know is predominantly black. So I say that to say this: why is the crime rate so high here? You have a lot of black people not working. And when I say that to say this, which I had a talk with some representatives from the city of LA, which I'm currently talking with right now, on why a certain department isn't hiring enough black folks in this community, which this area serves. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a large unemployment rate and you say you're hiring and you need a lot of people, and this is the area you're predominantly in, and you're not hiring nobody from this area, then you're feeding into the problem.
Mm.
yeah. I mean, I think if they had true equality and justice for everyone, instead of just saying it on paper, and it actually was something in practice, then it may be, a closer, uh, bring the races closer together if everyone actually had the same opportunities, if everyone was actually viewed the same. But I don't know what it would actually take to accomplish that.
I
Total
feel like a lot of
blindness.
people need common sense. Like some people just follow whatever they feel everyone else is doing. So if you have everyone else hating black people, then everyone else wants to jump on the train and hate black people too. Then you have black people hating black people too, which is crazy to me. Like we can't even fix our own house because we can't get along. Like I don't get it. When is it going to become a priority for us to see each other as more than just an enemy? we're brothers and sisters, you know? Like we should see each other and want to see each other do good. But instead, nowadays, you have another queen look at another queen and she's mad at her for no reason. She don't even know the girl. You have a king look at another king and he's ready to jump down this dude's throat because he got on a color that they feel shouldn't be wore in a neighborhood that they don't even own a house in. I don't get it. Like some people just really need to be logical. Like use your own brain. It's okay to use your own brain.
That's true. That's true. I told my wife the other day, well, last week that I laughed in some guy's face. He was older than me, and he gonna ask me where you from, and I just laughed so fucking hard. It was funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, and I was laugh like, bro, do I really look like a gangbanger to you? like, bro, you could be my uncle or something. Like, what are you doing?
That's how bad game banging is. They trying to force niggas to act like they game banging. You could be going down the street on a skateboard, bro, and they'll pull you over like, yo, you game bang, bro. I got on, you know what I'm saying? You look like a skater, like all the way skater. The Oasis or whatever, Osiris's shoes, the
Yeah.
baggy pants, the chains and all that. You can have all of that. You can look like a straight punk rocker, and they still gonna press you like, dog, come on, dog. Look at me. I got pressed out there before we had a show, and dude pulled up on us, and I knew he had a gun on him because the way he was leaning out the driver's side door. And being from LA, you grew up somewhere. 9 times out of 10, you grew up somewhere. And the dude leaning out the car with one arm down, he's like, yo, what's up with all that red you got on? And I looked in there, I looked at my shirt, my jacket on, and I looked at it, and I said, it's orange. Now, mind you, you can get an orange jacket in there, which I didn't think off the back. Like in my head, things are moving slow, so I said it's orange. I'm like, damn, I could be from over there. I'm tripping. But I'm like, yo, it's orange. And he like, well, this whoopie woo. I said, well, I don't game bang, dude. Well, I'm just letting you know. I'm like, well, all right, cool. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, gang banging and enemies and ops ran out that much, or y'all killing each other that much that you forcing guys to gang bang now? What are we doing out here? You know what I'm saying? We late 30s and early 40s and mid 40s and 50s still out here with red and blue bandana still trying to gang bang, and your grandkids out here hurting ain't still gang banging. Your kids out here lost in the sauce, and we still gang banging. We as people in the inner city, and I know how it is. Like we all suffer from a lot of trauma growing up there.
Yeah.
We all deal with more things than people from other cities.
Don't put it down yet. I gotta go back and put that pause.
Burbs, we have to get used to seeing our friends dead in the streets or our friends dying. The phone calls early, late at night, early in the morning, little whoopie whoop got shot at the party or whatever the case. Like we grew up with friends being killed, not dying from natural causes, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. So that's itself. I know we have a lot to grow, but we have a long way to go. But I understand that. But at the same time, it's like, foolishness is foolishness. Sometimes you got to grow out of it, and you have to ask yourself, why am I still in this? What is wrong with me? Why am I still, even it's certain things I used to watch at a little bit younger. Now that I'm in my early 40s, like some of that stuff is just, it don't hit the same no more. It's like, I don't want to see that. I got you know what I'm saying. I can't let your nieces, nephews, and grandkids see you watching this, and I'm supposed to be, head of the family, and I'm sitting here looking like a goof out here. You know what I mean? So it sucks, man. I hope that the LA thing or just the hood all over the place, us in the situation with the racial things, like I don't know what has to happen because I have conversations. I have a lot. I actually have a Hispanic uncle, and I have a whole bunch of Hispanic homies out there in the valley. And I have conversations with them, like open conversations, and what I got back was it's ignorance on both sides.
Yeah.
You know, they dealt with things from us as far as in back in the days, the strong arm robberies, the bullying and all that things, breaking in their houses and just treating them like like they were some from not even citizens, whatever was going on, and they have trauma from that, and they grandparents and great grandparents dealt with that, and it been a thing like they. Those black people, like they'll hurt you, they'll steal from you, and and we have to be real with ourselves, as cliche as it is, and racial as it is. A lot of them were dealing with that back in the day from us, and we have to be real with that. You know what I'm
Can I
saying?
say something
Yeah,
to go
I
with
think
what
that
you're
was.
saying?
Go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
I used to live in East LA when
Mm-hmm.
I was younger. And East LA was full of Hispanic people. It wasn't too many black people in the community. And the reason behind that was because a lot of the Hispanics that were coming in, they automatically didn't like black people. So they ran a lot of good black families out of East LA.
Mm-hmm.
They start taking over the streets and they wouldn't allow you on certain blocks. Like they'll jump you, like literally. At school, it was like you was singled out because it was like maybe 5 black kids that I went to school with. And this was before my mom decided to move from that area because it was like we were being treated poorly in that area. Like
Mm-hmm.
they didn't
Well,
they didn't treat us fairly. So it's like I kind of got both ends of it. Like I understand what you're saying because I did see, things happen to them that I felt like wasn't right. But
Mm-hmm.
I also seen things happen to us that I feel wasn't right. So it's like it gotta take somebody it takes somebody to break this generational curse because they have, their ancestors that feel a certain way about black people, and we have our ancestors that feel a certain way about Hispanic people because of what we dealt with. Like I have a Hispanic niece and we went to her, this was like maybe I think her 3rd birthday party, and it felt so awkward because everyone was kind of segregated. Like her Hispanic side, they were on one side, and her black side were on the other side. And I'm like, I'm not about to deal with this. Like, I went over there and I spoke to the people that can understand English. I introduced myself because I feel like it takes somebody to break the ice sometimes because they see us all as bad people. And we're
Yeah,
not all bad people. Like, get to know me before you judge me, you know?
Well, I
yeah,
mean that's the bullshit right there, though. See, like I say this all the time, as black people are too caring. Now, mind you, I say, my number one sport growing up, I played soccer. I played hand by hand with a lot of these dudes from the '90s, and they hated me because I was way better. I still have my junior Olympic medal at my mom's house to prove it. Now, so I speak fluent Spanish. So when I be around a lot of them, I hear how they talk. You know what I'm saying? And then in LA, people got to look at it like this. Like I have Hispanics in my family too, but you think I'm a fall victim to be blind and see that the Hispanic gangs right nigga kill on the wall? Like I tell people all the time, like if you wanna change something, change is more than being friendly. Change is stopping the bullshit where it lies. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't sit here and judge everybody off that prison mentality. That's what a lot of people in LA do, especially the black and Hispanic gangs who clash or the ones who live on the street. They still live by that method. You know what I'm saying? So what about the law abiding citizens? What about the people who don't feed into that shit? Black people still get targeted as a black gangbanger from a Hispanic gangbanger, even if you're not. So that's why I tell people, like, it's nothing wrong with having relatives in your family who's Hispanic. Like I said, nothing wrong with having Hispanic friends. But you got to look at it like this. And I say this all the time. I tell my Hispanic friends this shit to this day. Hey, bro, when you at your house with your people and that one drunk uncle or a few cousins, them essays that's in your family that's drunk and talking about negros, mayates, pinche negritos, you know what I'm saying? Do you stop them in their tracks or do you laugh about the joke? And if you don't stop them in the tracks, you're part of the fucking problem too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I I had a situation where one of my friends I we was at work and he was talking to his homie on speakerphone, and his homie, said something of like something about something about a hard ER. He got robbed by some black dude, and he said something with the hard ER, and the homie was like, "Yo, like, what you doing, fam? Like, dog, like you can't be talking like that, bro. Like." And he's going back and forth with him, and the homie was upset, and I told my boy after, I said, "Yo, like, do he know you have a little brother that's like half black? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do he know you got homies that you like me and my guy, we super tight. Like, do you know you got homies that's close like that?" And so they had a mutual friend. Just so happened that same day it was the homie, the two Hispanic dudes, and it was me and the black homie. We went out to this bar out in the valley somewhere, and his homeboy was on him about checking him. I said, "Check this out, homie." I said, if that's where you at, me and you gonna have a real problem in a few minutes. Like you sitting here mad at him for checking his boy for dropping a hard ER, and I'm right here. Now we not having that. I said, and he, like bro got a little black brother. Like, where's the respect for you? Like, as a homie, like how much do they care for you as a homie if they know you have a black relative and they dropping this in your face? Like that's ridiculous. And to Queen, when you brought up East LA, remember some years back, it was a black family there who got their house fire bombed.
Yes, they moved in from Mississippi. She wasn't even there a day, and they burned her out.
They didn't even know nothing about that area or anything. I remember that story. Yep.
Man, that was crazy. She couldn't run from racism because I know racism was out there in the SIP.
But it was so hard, like when we would go to like doctors and stuff like that, it was like they would treat you so differently because they were used to seeing nothing but Hispanic people come inside their facility. That when they seen a black person come inside their facility, they thinking that, we black women, everyone tend to think that all black women act the same. So if they see you, they think maybe you're a drug addict, maybe you're a prostitute or a hooker or something. Like, not all black women are in that category. You have a lot of smart, educated black women out here. And even if our clothes fit us the way that they should because of our curves, that don't mean you have the right to consider us hoes because our clothes fit us a certain way. Because they do the same thing and try to copy the blueprint and try to make it seem like they the originals. Like, you can't do that. It just this world is getting a little too weird. It's a little too weird.
It's most definitely gotten weirder since the pandemic.
Way, way weird. Hey, Russ, Milo, what y'all think about this?
I feel like the world then got softer since the
What?
pandemic.
What specifically? Yeah.
I mean, what? I mean, just in general. I'm not saying between the black and Hispanic, but just saying we spoke about the racism earlier. But like
Uh-huh.
my question is too, like something we've all seen seen earlier in the year, especially with the ICE raids that picked up. You still have a lot of Hispanic community saying, why didn't the black community step in with them? But my thing is, look at the racial tension between the two in the city. Like I said, you still got Fanning Gaines writing nigger killer on the wall, but then you say we want you to help us. What you got to say to something like that?
I mean, I'm gonna always say that yes, we need to get our shit together, but as long as we divide, them white people gonna keep ruling shit. So, and they gonna fuel it, and that's what their whole plan is to keep us fighting each other while they,
I
run
think
everything
they
else.
should be lucky we wasn't out there. Nobody got killed, right? They should be happy we wasn't out there. Cops would have
Yeah,
seen our black ass out there. It would have been some fires lit off.
yeah. We could be peacefully protesting. We've seen that before, but it doesn't end so peaceful. And not
They are starting to experience what we've always experienced. So it's not exactly new for us,
Yeah,
but it's new to them. But it
yeah.
doesn't
yeah,
make it right, though. Shit, it's still the same.
It's just like
And
yeah,
a call of reality. Snap into reality. Like a lot of Hispanic people thought they were white. I'm gonna be honest with you. They
right,
started to think they were white, and white people are not just gonna let you in easily. They're selfish. They want everything to be theirs, you know. So it's like you just got a taste of the medicine that we've been getting.
Yeah.
You just got your
Well,
portion now.
you got to look at it like this. I had a conversation with a Hispanic cat earlier and told him this. I said in reality, I hear a lot of my Hispanic friends say that Native American is Native American. That then then in the same sentence talk so heavily about Spanish, being Spain. I said you can't be but predominantly Euro blood and talk about your Native American. You got to pick one or the other because if you really look at history in Mexico, the original Mexicans were dark skinned down there, Oaxaca, Veracruz area. You know what I'm saying? Dark skin like us. They just started recognizing the black Mexicans not too long ago.
And
And coincidentally, look at the FIFA World Cup. Who was doing the most scoring on Mexico's team? That black dude, Quinones.
So, we rule, man. Shit. We gonna dominate
So
anything we participate in,
I mean, hey, I'm just saying,
no
Right.
matter the
like
language.
we don't like when it comes from when it comes from language. Hell, look who taught people that language and arithmetics and a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? People need to look at the history, man. And that's why I tell people they argue with some of these fools on the street. I seen a cat arguing with like a 24 or 25-year-old Hispanic girl earlier. He was about to finish 40. I could tell the brother knew what to talk about. I'm like, brother, why? I even told him, why are you sitting here wasting your time arguing with some girl who's saying that she should be here because her people work the field that she told him your black ass didn't want to work.
Hmm.
That was she literally told this man. And I sat there like, brother, why you sitting there and let this girl talk to you like that?
Like I say, I mean, they few. We got ignorance on both sides, man. Shit, everybody's spewing stupid shit.
Well,
Hmm.
see, that's the thing is a lot of people will never snap into reality if they constantly think about fucking money all the time. Because you're gonna put money over everything. Even people put money over their morale.
This is America. Money is over God. Money is God in America.
Man, that's how you feel.
No, that's America. You will
Damn,
No,
not
well,
survive without the
that
dollar.
ain't how I feel.
damn,
It ain't
damn.
about how you feel. That's the fact, though. In America,
So what you
money is
said? You
God.
said that's America. So if we in
Yeah,
America, you basically saying that's how you feel.
no, but that's the way it's set up. What can you do without money?
You can do a
No.
lot without money. You can do a
What?
lot without money. You
How long
can't
you
do
gonna
everything.
survive? Tell me.
But be specific. What are you talking about though?
I'm just live, exist. How long will you
Exist.
exist without money?
You got the fucking land. You can eat off the land if you know how to do that. Do you know how to go hunt?
Where you going hunting at in LA? Tell me.
You in Texas.
Where you going hunting at in LA?
We got a lot of we hunt and everything. We got more fishing going on and hunting out here than y'all do down there.
Okay, but you prepared for that, right?
I'm way prepared. I
Hmm.
shoot guns better than you.
All right. So, do you think the mass majority of people are prepared for that?
No.
No,
They're
but see,
not.
that's my thing. No, but that's my thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, instead of encouraging people to get prepared for shit like that, people just talk shit about, well, this, that, and I don't care, if it ain't affecting me and mine, blah, blah, blah. That's the
You think people
mentality of a
go
lot
out
of
and
black people.
they gonna build structures? No.
Wait, what kind of structures? What are you talking about?
Homes to live in. What you gonna
Well,
stay
I
in?
mean,
You gonna live in nature?
hey, well, you can. Hey, my granddaddy couldn't read or write, but he built houses.
The water. How many people?
mine
I
too.
mean, how many people you think can build houses in 2026? How many people you know around there can go build a house?
If you can't build a fucking house and you got a
But
phone where you can Google
but
it,
them
something is wrong
Hispanics.
with you.
But them Hispanics.
Look,
I will debunk
you
both of y'all. Ain't nobody thinking about that. That you got to realize this generation don't care. Like they don't care if the world end or if something happened where they have to know how to use their hands. Like if the internet go out and they can't Google and search stuff, this generation does not care about that. Like you have to find everybody's not going to care. You have to find the people that is like you. Find more like-minded people that are like you and speak to those people
but
because you wasting your
well,
time with a lot of these people in this generation. They don't want to hear that.
well, that's
They
true.
don't cook.
Well, hey, no,
They can't
that's
even
true. But
read, man. They can't even read.
Well, that ain't my fault. That's their parents' fault. Like we were
Can't
talking
even tell
earlier.
time
But
on
my
the
thing,
clock.
but my thing is, just because the
No, you
nigga on the
can't say
street, just
that.
because the nigga on the street can't read, and you got some knowledge, you're not gonna give this person that knowledge because he can't read.
I didn't say that.
Well,
And
I'm
you
just
can't
saying.
say
I'm
it's
just
the
trying to figure
But
parents'
it
that
out.
just
fault.
shows, I mean, but that shows what they're putting in. They're not putting forth any effort to do anything.
And that's the thing. A lot of people like to wash their hands with everything. A lot of, especially in the black community, a lot of black people talk this shit about we need this, we need that, we need that. Okay, it's something that you, not saying you personally, but it's something that you as a black person could be doing, and you choose not to do it, but you choose to go talk about people who ain't doing something that they should be doing. Maybe they don't know. Maybe you know what they need to be doing, and you could tell them, but you won't do it because you say they can't read.
All right. I see you have a very idealistic view of what's going
No, no,
on out here.
I'm just trying to figure out, man. I'm just saying,
Okay, can I
like.
ask
Half
you
of you.
something? Let me ask you something, Honey P. Okay, so if you have these people, like you saying, and you know they can't read and they can't write and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
they can understand, they can comprehend a little bit of what you're saying, and you're going out to
yeah,
teach them. Let's say it's 20 people. You're going out to try to teach them your message, trying to show them the way, but you got
yeah.
15 of them that don't want to pay attention to nothing you saying. They calling you an old head, a nigga that don't know shit. Like, get the fuck away from them. They talking to you like that. And it's 5 of them that you don't want to hear you out, want to hear more of what you got to say. Which one are you going to pay attention to? The 5 or the 15?
I'm gonna keep talking, and the people that want to pay attention to the knowledge is gonna listen to me. I'm gonna tune out the motherfuckers not paying attention. Am I gonna focus on the people who don't want to learn when I got
Mm-hmm.
5 people right here who looking at me? I'm gonna keep talking. I don't even hear these people back here talking that bullshit because at the end of the day, when they see these 5 make it off some knowledge that was given to them, one of them gonna say, "You know what? Hey, how can I do that?" I'm telling you, that all of these is. I'm gonna be real. Like this is like what I'm talking to you right now is just on some common sense level. Now on some street shit. Now let's get on down some real street shit. Like let's be real. Now a lot of people nowadays ain't really prevalent. It's not just because of the lack of knowledge. It's not because of this, that, and that. Let's be real. A lot of niggas that fuck their own backgrounds up where they can't do shit financially, morally, physically for their family or themselves because the shit they made, decisions they made back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to take shit like that in consideration. A lot of people, it ain't the fact that they don't want to learn. A lot of them came because a lot of the shit they done to themselves mentally, physically, drugs. How many niggas we know that back in the day that smoked Sherman, cocaine, and did all this shit? You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of elements that in effect affected the black community. But I'm talking about the knowledge that you have that you can share because game's supposed to be free. I mean, be real. Go sell your knowledge to somebody and see who's gonna buy it.
What you say? Game's supposed to be free.
The game you supposed to
You
the
know
game
that
you
ain't what the game is to be sold, unsold.
okay, no, all right. What game? All right, well, it speaks for a nigga like that. Since the game is supposed to be, you said sold, not told. Well, just sell me some game then. I want to hear your game since you know what game I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Any
No, I'm just
information
being.
I have, I mean,
No,
they look any information of value that I have. They're not giving it away. Information is currency. Information costs. That's game.
information is free. Reading is free.
No,
Knowledge is free.
look, I mean, look, it's a million ways them white folks sit over there and make money. I bet you they not disclosing it to anybody but their close circle of friends. You think so? That information ain't free floating.
You should already know. Not all rich people are white. How many niggas in prominent spaces giving you the game?
Very few.
But it's still
They'll
something in
sell
there.
it to
And
you.
who they'll sell it to
Very
you.
few.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, they'll
But I'm
sell it to you. They gonna screw
they'll
you.
sell it. They'll sell it to you. But let's be real. You say, "Oh, white folks got all the game." I'm gonna be real. It's
No.
more people from other races who helped me out more than my own people. Niggas don't want to talk about that shit. Like I'm on some real shit. Like I said, I'm from LA. I'm from South Central LA. I mean, I'm pretty sure like you cats are older than me, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you niggas ain't seen the shit I done seen.
Boy,
Like real
please.
shit.
All right, man, look, you can stop that already. I mean, you can shut up and stop all that. I done seen that, been there, done that. all that.
Hey,
So
how can
shit.
you say you seen or been there, done what I've done, and you never lived where I live?
Boy, like I say, it ain't nothing
No,
you
no,
ain't seen
no.
that I
Answer my
ain't seen.
question. No, no. I know you ain't seen half the shit because y'all gang
Look,
bang.
but
Y'all didn't
I'm not
have
gonna
gang
even.
banging out there like
Yeah,
we did.
we didn't gang bang, but street life. Efren, you can't
No,
tell me
but
nothing
see,
about street life.
no. I'm not. See, that's where y'all get the misconception that wrong. Y'all get that, man. Come on, man. Look, I know a nigga down the street who can't read, who can go make a quick dollar. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm talking about on
Yeah,
some gang bang
I
shit,
tell you,
on
nigga
some
can
real.
barely read, motherfucker. Damn near a millionaire. So what you
No,
mean?
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what niggas talk about all the time. You don't have to be a street nigga to be a trap nigga every now and then. You see what I'm saying? That's what people get the misconception that you got square niggas in college trapping. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about on some street shit, real street shit. I'm talking
Shout
about where
out
you can't
Tyreek.
walk across where you can't walk across the street from your fucking house because you wearing the wrong color. Y'all didn't see that shit like we did. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not, man. I know about Texas. If you want to make money, you had to go through Texas back in the day. I know that. I'm talking about.
Hey man, I'm
I'm
at
talking.
work. I apologize. I gotta go. I'm at work.
All right,
Okay.
Milo.
Nice being on with y'all, man.
All
All
right.
For sure, for
right,
sure. No, but on some real shit. That's what I'm saying. Like that. That's what I'm saying. Like street shit don't consist. And I'm not saying this is what you're talking about, but I'm just saying a lot of people get the misconception wrong that street shit means about dealing and this and that and that's everywhere. That was even before gangbanging. They was doing that
Mm-hmm.
shit back in the Roman Empire. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking
But with
about.
street shit, violence comes.
No, yeah, you're right. I 100% agree with that. With street shit, violence come. But when you have gang banging mixed with street shit, more violence come and shit happen. Man, it was a motherfucking lady. It was a motherfucking lady here that was a drug addict who was selling her 4-month-old daughter for sex to drug addicts back in the 90s. You telling me you saw shit like that?
Yeah, that wasn't exclusive to L.A. Believe me, it wasn't.
It wasn't exclusive to LA. Our
No, it was
crack
not.
epidemic was the largest in the world. So we seen more
Effort,
shit here.
effort. I'm not. You can't tell me nothing about no crack epidemic. All
No,
right.
no, no. I'm not talking
I'm
about the.
just telling you. I'm not gonna even
All right.
elaborate
Well,
on it. But
I'm finna bring it back to numbers. Then you got 42 million people in California, 28 million in Texas. Tell me who got more chance of seeing more shit.
who got more crackheads?
No, I'm just saying in general, the
Oh,
chance of
I
seeing
mean, it's not about the
more.
public. I mean, it's about
No,
hell.
no, that's what I'm
Where
trying to
are
tell
you?
you. But
Where are
no,
you?
I'm in South Central Los Angeles. We got
I'm,
we got we got
yeah,
we got way more.
I'm in sunny side. I'm in sunny
But see,
side,
that's what I'm trying to
Texas.
say. No, but I'm telling you something that I know, and you say, "Oh no, you can't." Y'all don't even have the half the amount of people we have here to see the amount of shit we seen. You're only
Boy,
what 8 or 9 years older than me, so it ain't like you been around 20, 30 years longer than I have. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not saying this to say, "Oh, this makes such." I'm just saying in general, like we've all seen a lot of crazy shit. I know you've seen a lot of crazy shit in Houston. I know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? I'm not debating that at all. But I'm just saying, at my age, I've probably seen, I'll give you this. I probably seen equivalent to the same shit you seen at your age. And I'm damn near 10 years younger. Growing up in South Central Los Angeles. Because the hood I grew up in Harvard Park, Six Deuce Brim hood, was considered even recently the most dangerous area in LA.
yeah, the same thing for Sunnyside, Texas. It's to this day is one of the most dangerous places in America. Is ranked.
And I know that, but this is what I tell people all the time too. You look at the demographic. Y'all allowed to have guns in Texas. We're not
Yeah,
in California,
exactly. So we
and
been
these
firing
niggas.
off. This ain't
No,
nothing
but
new.
no. Y'all been firing off. But I'm saying you got a bunch of niggas out here who know they can't have them and know the penalties and still don't give a fuck.
I mean, and
You're gonna see more drama when you're around more
I
people
would
like that.
say this. Okay, I'm gonna debunk both of y'all. I would say this in Houston because you have that carry law. You have that stand your ground.
Y'all, they
It's
don't
a
see
lot
too
of
much
people.
fighting.
It's a
It ain't
lot of
it ain't too
people
much fighting out there
knowing.
like that.
Wait, it's a lot of
what?
people knowing that somebody
Niggas,
9 times
niggas
out
ain't
of
fighting
10
out
he
there in
got a
Houston like
gun on
we is.
him.
Boy, please.
You got a
People
gun
got
I
on
know
you.
guns.
they ain't, cause y'all can carry. Who
Out
gonna run up on a
there,
nigga that must got a burner?
Hmm.
Like real shit,
yeah,
you know that. Who the fuck gonna possibly run up on somebody knowing that 9 out of every 10 people carrying? when in California.
But that's not the thing. They going after each other. They don't give a fuck if you caring. It ain't about the citizen. They are going after each other.
Well, see, this is
If
where
they know what
this
you
is
got,
where
they know who you are. They coming
well,
for you. They want your money.
this
They
is the
want your.
disconnect. This is the disconnect. I'm talking about as a law-abiding citizen. I'm not worried
See,
about what these niggas got on. But see, that's what I'm telling you. See, in LA, now this is where you finna hear me. Why do you think I'm making that movie non-affiliates in the hood? Because we go through the same shit that street niggas go through just growing up in a certain area in LA, even if you're not connected or affiliated.
mm-hmm.
This is what I'm trying to tell people. This fucking movie gonna explain every fucking thing. Just for that right there, I'm telling you, because everybody, when you see this shit, you're gonna be like, damn, man, them niggas live like gangbangers and they don't even bang. You catch heat from a hood you grow up in because you didn't want to run with them. So they cast you out. Now the niggas where you go to school at or whatever, they think you from that hood because you live over there when you're not. So you catching heat all day. That's LA. That's been going on since the 80s. So I'm saying, and I tell you this all the time, if we had the right to protect ourselves like other states have been for longer, I bet money the crime rate would have been down in LA years ago.
Okay, we have LA, we have Houston. Ben, where are you from?
He in the north side of Houston, but he from LA.
I'm from South Central as well, but I live in Atascocita, well, Houston.
Okay, so you have a taste of both of them.
Nah, because I only been here 2 years, so I literally just go to work and come home. Like, you know what I mean, so I'm in the burb area, so I don't even see the hood. Like, I don't hear sirens. I don't hear no helicopters. I don't see graffiti. I don't see trash blowing around on the ground. I don't see.
What you say? He in Sugarland.
He's in the north side Sugarland, basically.
Okay.
That's the north side Sugarland.
Money, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the quiet part.
He stayed next door to Mike Jones. He said,
"Who?"
It's like it's almost like the country. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Well, it's just fair to say y'all all have y'all different taste of, what LA and what Houston has to offer, And there's not a ghetto in anywhere. Everywhere you go, there's a ghetto. So I feel like there's crackheads everywhere, there's gunfights everywhere, there's gangbangers everywhere. It's a never ending cycle until somebody break it. So
it is, but this is what I try to tell people. Like every hood has the same functions in every hood in America. But like I say, the demographics are different because, like you say, over here, still in LA, you have blacks killing over colors. You have Hispanics killing somebody because they're black. You see what I'm saying? A lot of places aren't dealing with that. They're dealing with traditional racism. Oh, here's a white man who hate niggas and Hispanics. That's what people used to. But when you come to LA and you're a black man, you got everybody.
Oh yeah, you got it bad now. We even got the Asian community tripping.
Asians have a bill. Remember a couple years ago they signed the anti-Asian hate bill. If you fuck with an Asian, the crime is more severe.
And they tried to put in that bill that if black people don't support their business, it's considered racism.
Now, hey Russ, what you think about that? You being an attorney, the Asian community out here wants to enforce the bill that they already have, the anti-Asian hate bill. Now, since that one guy went on social media saying that if black people don't want to support Asian businesses, they need us for this, that, and that. So black people haven't been supporting a lot of their businesses, especially in LA, and they're doing bad. So they reached out to the government saying that they want to implement a 2.0 bill to that, saying that them publicly, like social media, saying we're going to boycott these businesses. It's a hate crime, and we want you basically to force them to come to our stores.
I mean, I just think that's bullshit. Now, I don't think it would be constitutional. But anyway, you can't force. For one, it's too subjective. There's no objective way to say these people are boycotting, intentionally boycotting my business. How is that going to be measured? I just can't think of an objective way to measure that.
Well, they know they can present anything to.
Right. Now, I just think that's the arrogance. Now, it shows a level of arrogance to the Asian community has to think that they can present some bullshit like that and it might actually go through. Now, that speaks volumes, but I don't think that's bullshit, man.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you because shit, look at everything that's been. It's
Man,
not
it's
even
like some
just about.
First Amendment. Man, I see First Amendment arguments, freedom of speech. You know, I can
Mm-hmm.
say what the fuck I want to say. I don't have to support you. I mean, you can't force me to associate with any type of a group either. Can't. It's no
And
forced association.
you're right.
This is
You
America.
100% right. 100% right. And I fucking agree with that because that shit right there, it just pisses you off, man. Like that type of shit. Even for not saying, look, if you want to present something, hey, do what you want to do. But when your local government entertains it, it's like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's proven who spends the most money, who generates the most tax dollars in America, which race spends the most.
Heavy on the melanin.
Black people. We spend the
Mm-hmm.
most. So my thing is, this government, our country runs off tax dollars. You have everybody spending, but the majority of people who spend it are black people. So which means our dollars are helping this country go. And for people to get online to talk shit to black people, and you know, shit like that. I don't know if y'all seen that video. This guy basically said that black people wouldn't be able to survive if basically they closed the shit like the laundry mats and the fucking stores and all that. What
Hmm.
I don't I don't really know one Chinese owned store. Well, we have Koreans here in LA. No Chinese. I mean, you got Chinese, but in South LA, the Koreans and blacks grew a bond after the LA riots.
Yeah.
So majority of the stores you see here are Korean, and their sons or daughters grew up with the kids in the neighborhood because they've been around here so long. But as far
Mm-hmm.
as Chinese owned restaurants, we got one East West Fish Market, not too far in South LA. They usually booming because they take EBT. I ain't really seen too many people in there. So I guess people really showing them, look, you want to talk shit about us? Fuck y'all.
Yeah. I've been seeing it.
So
Nail
we got that
salons,
power.
beauty supply
You,
stores. You've been seeing
you
it.
see it.
Yeah.
You see it. I mean, you see it. And like I said, the conversation, which is it's not a private conversation. It's a conversation I've been having with some representatives of the union who represent people of the city of Los Angeles. And we've had some conversations about why is this problem going on in LA still, where you got a lot of black people unemployed. And one person asked me, well, what example can you give me of why this department should hire more black people? I said, well, first and foremost, y'all forgot I worked in that department 2 stints. They looked it up. Oh shit. So I'm not just somebody, coming out, yeah, you see me from the fucking internet, but yeah, I'm not just somebody talking this shit to you like, oh, this is it, this is what it is. No, I said, I'm gonna give you the numbers. But like I always tell y'all, you can talk all the shit you want. I'm gonna go back to the numbers. And the numbers ain't gonna lie. And the numbers show. You can Google yourself right now. If you're interested, anybody listening, Google the racial demographics of Los Angeles recreations and parks. And everybody knows that recreations and parks in LA predominantly has parks in all black gang banging hoods. And I say that to say this: if you got 20 to 22% unemployment rate, the 22% being in the Crenshaw district, which is Lambert Park, Crenshaw Boulevard area, people know that area, which is predominantly black. 22%. That's almost a quarter of the people who are black aren't working over there. Now, mind you, okay. So the guy said, well, what does Rec and Parks have to do with it? I said, really, Rec and Parks solely has nothing to do with it. I'm just going by what organization has the most positions available, possibly, and who is looking to hire part timers. And you guys happen to have a lot of locations in South LA. But most of the people who are working there, which I utilize a lot of these parks to jog in, they aren't black. The only black people you see working there are like right now the summer programs. But during the year, there's nobody black working as far as the outside, the gardening and stuff like that. And some people say, oh, they are black people working. Go Google it. What are the demographics now? 5 to 7% black with the city of Los Angeles recreation and parks. And it's 5 to 7 because they implemented the people who may be from Belize, Jamaica, those islands, those places. They put them with the black people. So really it's like 3% black people. The rest are like islanders or foreign. But I say that to say this. If you hiring people here, I say, you know how many parks I go to and ask people questions who work here because they're supposed to assist park patrons, and these people can't even hold a conversation with me because they can't speak English. And you telling me that this person is more fit for this job than maybe some little black kid probably got in trouble 3 years ago, but he's able to get a part-time job. He can read, write, arithmetic, and he knows all this. But you're telling me somebody who can't comprehend the language is more qualified than somebody who can? You see what I'm saying? It's just little shit like that. Little shit that people let fly over their head. Right now, it's a lot of shit that people do every day that you can stop people in their tracks and say. It just depends on the people. Because a nigga will check another nigga when he get out of line. How many niggas will check a sister when she talks shit and threaten to slap her, a bitch slap her, and all that? But let a white chick come up, spit in his face, and the Hispanic chick spit in his face and slap her around, call it nigga and this. He gonna laugh like talking about, oh, somebody better get this bitch if I do something to her. But you'll beat the shit out that black
one. Hey, I don't know, these new niggas that they fighting everybody these days. These new young niggas are fighting everybody. I think they'll dope fiend them joints.
And let me ask you this, Ben, too. Would you bringing that question that saying that a lot of these new niggas will fight everybody? And I agree with that because some of these little young niggas is hot headed, and I've seen a lot of them get their ass kicked by older men. Because just because you talk loud don't mean you can fight. I just had this conversation with it's a homeless guy that I see regularly, and we just because he's homeless don't mean he's stupid. And he said, you know what, man? He said he grew up with just his father. And he told me, this is what he told me. He said, man, I think I learned more growing up with a single father than I did a single mother, looking at the way my son grew up with just his mom.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
No, that's true. But let me ask all y'all this question. Will y'all all agree to this? Strong black kids grow up if they have a strong black male figure in their life. Is that true or not?
I think it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Don't have to be
that black male figure. Don't be the father.
No.
You need a strong positive.
But listen to what I said. I didn't say father. I said a strong male figure.
No, you said a strong positive figure.
I said strong.
No. Russ said positive. I said a strong male figure.
But they do need because naturally, I think children they're going to follow a male figure in the house. Now, either that male figure can be positive or negative. That male figure, if they're, if they're even there, he's going to have an effect on that kid. Period.
Yeah.
Because he's going to dominate the situation almost naturally. He's an asshole. He's still gonna dominate. If he in there beating up on the woman, he still is dominating. The kid is gonna see this, and this is the shit that is gonna register. That shit leaves an imprint on that kid.
That's true.
But that's why you have to have a strong leader. Now, see, this is where I get mad at people because people always feel like
it's not about. I'm just saying. It's not even about a strong leader. It's just a simple fact.
They do need a strong leader in the house because they're gonna follow whatever is being led. Like their children are like sponges, and so whoever is dominating the house, you're the one that they're getting all their knowledge from. And so if they don't have a strong leader, they end up being the same way somewhat until somebody come and show them differently. Well,
let me tell you this. Now, the question that I was asking, I'm just basically saying, like I told y'all, do you agree to have a strong male figure in the house? Everybody would say, yeah, that, you can almost certain say that you have a strong male figure in the house, the kid is going to turn out good, right?
Right.
Not all the time, but yeah.
I say, statistics show that it is.
So that's what I'm saying. Statistics show that it is. But okay, since we all can agree with that. So why is it that I'm talking about for people who didn't grow up with no strong male figure or a positive male figure at all? Why is it that they will argue and compare that they are equal to somebody who grew up in a strong household?
That they are equal to them?
No, listen, I'm gonna say it again. We sit here and all say that a strong male figure in the house, it don't even have to be the daddy. It could be the uncle, maybe a cousin or brother. So, you know what I'm saying? A neighbor, whatever. how many men and women do we know personally? I'm not talking about the ones that had a dad in their life. I'm talking about the ones that we know that didn't have their daddies in their life at all. I mean, or didn't know no male figure at all. You know what I'm saying? Those type of people will sit there and still argue with you and tell you that they still was raised right, even though they was just raised by, say, just as one woman, and you were raised by two prominent male figures. Will
Uh,
you agree? Will you agree that this person, like everybody will say that, oh, you grow with a strong male figure, more than likely you'll turn out, more than
better.
above average than the average kid. Okay, well, how many people do we know that grew up in a single parent household will sit there and tell you or try to lie to you and tell you that they're on the equal mentality level as you, growing up with one parent
So,
and you
can
grew up
I
with
ask a
two?
question? If they grew up in a single parent household, are you saying if they grew up with a single mother or a single father?
Single.
I'm saying more than likely in LA, a lot of people grow up with single moms. I got a lot of homies with single fathers, but I'm saying right now, just a single parent period who may be just a mother. Because I've had a lot of friends who are men and women who grew up with just a daddy, and these motherfuckers turned out normal. But I have a lot of friends that grew up with just a mom, and a lot of them are womenizers. A lot of them can't accept shit. And for the simple fact, I brought that up because of what the conversation this man said. And I asked him, I said, what's the point of this? I'm lost. I was actually lost. Because if you grew up in a single parent household, what is the difference? You know? He
Are,
said, I grew up,
are you
you
saying
know,
that you can't be as strong or as strong as a person who grew up with two parents? Or are you
oh no,
saying
I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying basically, if we can agree that somebody growing up with two parents, especially if they grew up with a prominent male figure in their life, that
mhm,
they'll turn out better than the average, mostly than somebody who probably just grew up with a single mother.
it
More than
depends?
likely. No,
It
it
depends on
depends.
the
Not
mom.
not
So if the mom got her stuff together and she, let's just say she's college educated and she got a great
She
job.
still can't teach him how to be a man, though. I don't care how educated a woman is. Like I say, if we
No,
could
she
sit
can't
here,
do
if we
that.
could sit here, yeah, you
But you
can't.
didn't say
But
that.
it's just no. But I mean, well, see, that's what I tell people. It's not just a simple fact about teach them how to be a man. No, teaching a kid how to be a male is more than just teaching them how to be a male. It has to come from a male, really. You can't. A cat can't
There's
teach a puppy.
literally,
No,
I can give you a couple of names of men that are strong leaders in a community that grew
who?
up in a single parent household that didn't have a father,
Well,
and not
see,
by choice. It's because their father either died or was murdered. Like, I mean,
so
you
they had
can't.
a male figure in their life at some point.
They
Do
didn't
you see?
have their dad in their life because their dad died. Like, I'm trying to explain it to you, but you wouldn't let me finish. It's like you can't just say that. I'm gonna just say this. You can't just say that for
Well, I didn't
everybody in
say all.
entirety.
You're assuming
There's
all. I didn't
different.
say that happened to everybody. I didn't say all people. I didn't say all. You're saying that, not me.
So you're saying majority or just
I
cap?
said that. I didn't say. I said, look, let me listen. I said majority of the people would say, would you agree, having a strong dominant male, well, a strong male figure helping raise the child would turn out better
And
than
we
the average
agreed
one.
to that. And then you just cut off
Okay, no,
Ben when he
okay,
was
no.
stating the fact of, a woman can raise a man right, but you said she can't teach him how
No,
to be a man. So what do
well,
you
see, that's two
mean
different
by,
things.
can you
Okay, that's two different
can you
things.
That's what I was
elaborate
I'm
on
saying.
that
explaining.
part?
You said a woman can't raise a man. Oh no, woman can't. Say that again.
No, the thing was you said can a single mother raise a person and still a man and still they still turn out all right. And
Oh
then
yeah, no.
I say, yeah, it depends if the mother's on her stuff. Then you said, well, a mother can't teach him how to be a man. But that's why I was saying that
She
was
she
what
can't.
I said.
I mean, it's just in general. I mean, can I show my daughter how to put a tampon in a pussy if I don't have one?
You can't show her how to put a tampon on,
No,
but you
no,
can't give her
but
the
see,
resources
no,
to
but
show
yeah,
her how to do
you
it.
can
You
grab
can go out and buy
resources.
her the pads and let her read the instructions on the back of how to put that
You don't.
pad
Well, see,
on. There are
you're
single
not getting
fathers
what I'm saying.
that have raised wonderful daughters. You know, they're a single father because I mean, at the end of the
You
day,
said you
I feel
said
like
you said there are
there's a
single what?
reason
Single what?
why God made a man and a woman. There's a reason why He made both. They all play their part. There's a part that you play in a child's life as a mother and as a father, as a male or as a female. You're going to teach that child something, whether it's good, bad, positive, negative, whatever. That child is going to learn something from you. They're going to absorb and suck in something from what you're teaching them. It don't matter what gender you are.
I want both y'all to really pay attention to what I said and evaluate maybe people you may know personally. Just do your own evaluation. Evaluate people you may have grew up with, like close friends, cousins, relatives that grew up with just a single mom, and compare your other friend or cousin to the one that had two parents in the house and tell me you don't see a difference. And I'm not saying that I've never said that a single woman cannot raise up a boy or a girl to be a strong black woman, a strong black man, a strong white one, whatever. I never said that. I'm basically saying, like, if you really do the math, all shit you see every day, how many people we see every day in your own friend circle or family circle that you see is raised by a relative that's a woman by herself and having trouble, and the kid is bad as fuck? And then people want to sit here and say that, oh well, yeah, a woman can do that. Yeah, you can raise a kid. Anybody can raise somebody up into adulthood. Life lasts, nothing happen. They get grown and make it.
Well,
That don't mean you did a good job. How many people we know that's adults right now? Their kids and got grown, maybe in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and they be talking about their children. Yeah, this my such and such, but you be saying to yourself, that motherfucker ain't shit.
I can say this: my most successful friend was raised by a single mother,
Yeah.
and if you talk about how he get down, and how he handles business and how he carry himself day to day, how he raises his two sons,
Yeah. But see,
you would think he was raised by a father. Was his father around? Yeah, but the thing is, you
well,
listen
you
to.
see, you just answered my question.
No, no,
I'm
no, no.
talking.
You cut me off. I'm not finished. Hold on, bro. The father did more damage to him than what you're saying, him being around. The dad did more damage to that nigga from being around. He didn't help him be a man. He put that nigga through so much trauma by being around, is what I'm saying.
and and
He
and
didn't
and,
learn
and
to be a
that's
man
good.
from his dad. He dealt with trauma
You
from his
said
dad.
that's good.
I mean, and that's good in the way it helped him learn what because and
That's
you
not
can
No, that's
no
not
good.
good,
let me
bro.
finish.
That
No,
nigga still taking therapy from things of childhood to
yo,
this day. It's not good. I don't think so.
no. I'm talking about. I'm not saying it's good what he went through. I'm talking about what's good is because we all can relate to. I'm pretty sure you can too. Being from LA. How many people that we know personally, friends that we have who had a pop that wasn't shit, and they grew up to be prominent because they didn't want to be shit like him.
But see, that's a different conversation.
No. I'm just saying, answer the question. Have we seen that?
Uh,
Yes or no?
but see, you moving the goalpost. That was so
No.
we
I'm
were
I'm not
saying kids ain't.
because like I said, I didn't say every woman raising a child by herself won't be. I didn't say that because I have friends that who were raised by just a single mom who are more successful than people raised in a two-parent household. But I do notice some kind of traits that you only pick up from being raised by a woman by these people. You see what I'm saying?
It's a lot of kids that's been in a two-parent household that ain't shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. They have been so spoiled to the point to where it's like they don't give a damn about nothing or nobody, not even their parents. You have kids that are raised in two-parent households that want to come out here and do hood shit because they see
You
other
step right
kids that
here.
have to be forced they're not doing it because they want to. They're doing it because they're forced because they don't have a better option or no one has showed them another option. And so you have these two-parent household kids that want to come out here and want to act a damn fool like they don't have two parents at home. So you can't. It's a lot that can be said about kids that are in two parents household versus kids that are raised by a single mother. I'm not saying that men or boys or girls or children in general do not need a man in the household. It has been significantly shown that the chromosomes within a child develops betterly when they have a two-parent household. But it depends on that child too, because a child is a person themselves. They have their own mind, they have their own thoughts, and they get to choose what they do and don't want to do. So it's
Well,
like it's not always good for them to be in a two-parent household, just like it damn sure ain't good for them to be in a one-parent household. But you got to make do with what you got.
and see, that's the bullshit right there. That's the simple fact of the fuckery we going in nowadays. Because like what you just said, I would expect everybody to want to be in a good two parent household or
You would
raise their
expect that.
children. No, I'm just saying. But that's what I'm saying. People right now. All right, let me ask both y'all this question, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Do you know more successful people from a single parent household or a two parent household?
Nigga,
Honest question, real shit.
to be honest with you, I only know that I can think off of the hand, and this is sad. I only know one friend of mine that grew up in a two-parent household. So that answers that.
I mean, well, I mean, hey, I can't go against your opinion. You only know one person. I'm pretty sure I know millions of people. There's millions of people who know multiple people. I mean, that's funny to say. I mean, not funny to say. It's crazy to say. I think I've never heard nobody who said they only know one person grew up in a two parent household. Like,
Nigga,
I
that's
mean,
what I'm
because
saying.
it's a lot of people that don't have both parents in their household, and it can be a lot of reasons why both parents aren't in the same household. It can be that they have both of their parents, but they don't live in the same house. Like
Mhm.
they can
well,
have a
see, well,
situation where the father has his own house and the mother has her own house, but they both are able to co-parent and take care of that child.
well, that's where you get the misconception wrong at. That's what I'm saying. A strong male figure, you don't have to live in the house. They could be co-parenting. I'm talking about the lady who raised the kid with no male. She didn't have no brother. She didn't date nobody. The daddy, maybe he passed away or he just decided not to be in the kid's life at all. I'm talking about the
Okay,
woman that
look,
had the struggle
okay,
by
look.
herself.
You're talking about the bitter women that don't want any men around, because I don't know no
Well,
woman that feel
how many
like they want to raise a child by themselves. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. I don't need a man. Like, what kind of shit is that? Go,
Well,
go.
my thing is, what who do men get judged by now? That you said I'm talking about the bitter women. When women talk about men, do they talk about the bitter men or do they categorize them as all niggas?
No, because not all women categorize all men as all niggas. Because I don't call men niggas. You got categories for it. When I come on here and I told y'all, I called y'all kings. I didn't call y'all niggas or men's. I called y'all kings. Not all
Just
black
hey,
men are niggas.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, come on, man. Let's be real.
And
Like I
not
said,
all women think of y'all that way. You have a lot of, let me ask you something. So when that 100-man march happened, did you see just 100 men? Or did you see
it was a
about
million
300
man
black
march.
women right behind y'all?
You mean a million man march? Which one?
Whatever it was, you know what I meant. How many did you see? Because I'm quite sure you didn't just see a whole bunch of niggas out there.
What are you talking about? The one in the early '90s?
The most recent one.
Oh, the most recent one. Let's tell you the truth. I mean, I didn't even. I didn't. I'm gonna be real. I didn't even really pay attention to that one because the one that happened in the '90s, that was the prominent one where a million black
Okay,
men
and
actually
even
showed up.
still, there wasn't just only black men there. Like, I understand what you mean, and trust me, I've seen women like this. I've know women like this, and I don't deal with them too much because I don't understand the mind frame of women that hate men. Like, I understand where they come with a certain extent, but I don't understand it because it's like you can't satisfy yourself. So why do you hate men? What's going on? Like, sis, it's something deeper there. A lot of the times it be a lot of trauma from other men that they had to deal with, but they take it out on every man they come in contact with, which isn't fair. That's just like black men that have trauma with women. They take it out on every woman they come in contact with. You have black men that are mad at their mamas still to this day. And so they disrespect every woman they meet because they mama didn't give them the love that they needed.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's true. That's 100% true. Like I say, my whole thing is this is where it's sort of going left field because, like I say, I didn't say all. I'm just going back to what I was saying.
But love,
I've
you
just
said
said,
majority. This is what I'm
well,
trying to get to. I hear
let me,
you. And that's
let me,
why I
no, but
said
that's the
those are
thing
those
though.
bitter women. That's why I pointed it out to you.
Okay,
You said
okay, let me ask you this:
majority.
how many is it? Would you say Ben can vouch for this? He a LA nigga. I think it's more bitter women in South Central LA than it is bitter women who aren't bitter.
You know what? I will not disagree with you. I feel like there are a lot of women out here that are bitter, and I'm sorry for that. I feel sorry for them. You know, I can't help what
So
they
so
went
you
through,
can
or what
see
made
where.
Wait,
them
wait.
So
get to that
Can I
point.
jump
But
in right quick? So
yeah,
go ahead, Ben.
the reason they are bitter, right? Are they bitter because of things that niggas did? Or are they just bitter? Like we have to
yeah,
understand, like we did this to them. So they not just bitter.
No, you can't blame that on all. Now, don't get me wrong. I will a lot of these now.
A lot of
I'm a
niggas out there
millennial.
ain't shit
No,
either.
no, I'm no. Yeah, I 1,000% agree with you on that. The real shit. I tell my wife that all the time. But I'm talking about they. This was something I heard the other day. If it wasn't for the millennials and the generation after us, the black men race wouldn't be back on track to where it's at now. Because the millennials is the one taking care of their kids and all this shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It was a generation before us. I'm talking about the niggas that's like 46 to 55 in that range right now. That was the niggas, who wanted to be Bill Bellamy, how to be a player.
Mhm.
hmm
So when you said what you just said, Melanie Queen, saying that you'll agree, I grew up in South Central around bitter motherfuckers. So you can see where my opinion comes from.
yeah. But your opinion is kind of strong towards all women, though. Like majority women, though. Like your opinion is coming off like it ain't been a lot of hurt from women towards you. So it's kind of
Nah,
like.
nah. It's just the shit you see. It's just crazy because
But if
people
you
like to.
seeing it and you're not being affected by it, it shouldn't change your mind frame. Just
It don't
because I
change my
see
mind. It
stuff
ain't
on
changed my mind frame.
TV, it's not going to affect me to where I change my mind frame towards black men because y'all didn't do nothing to. I don't know. I don't know this man. I don't. I can't just say, "Oh, this is a nigga," because I see a black man. So now I don't like him because he's a nigga.
Well, that ain't my forte. I never said no shit like that. Um,
I'm just saying, like the way it came off was like
yeah.
a little bit of
Nah,
hatred towards
nah.
those
No,
group
it
of
ain't no
women.
hate. It ain't no hatred. My thing is, it's just like I say. People hate to hear harsh reality. Just like it's the truth. Harsh reality is the fucking truth.
I
People
had
people don't realize it.
I can say it like this. In California, well, I still got all the same friends, but I had more ain't shit niggas homies than I had women that was bitter and wasn't nothing. I probably had two in general women that was like, on the wild side of the tracks, like just,
Mm.
it was different. But for the most part, like when I didn't have a bunch of homegirls that was bitter at men or upset. I didn't have a bunch of homegirls that was sleeping with a bunch of dudes either. But on the flip side, a gang of the homies, niggas is in their 40s, nigga, mid 40s, nigga, still out here flipping women, bro. Like, nigga,
When you gonna
at
get
some
it?
point it has to end. And then, you
Yeah.
know, niggas stay single just to be like, well, I'm single, but you sitting here acting like you got a
Miserable.
whole fucking relationship with this chick right here. You
Mhm.
kissing her in the mouth, you licking her ass, you doing all this extra shit to this woman that's supposed to be that you do to women and wife, your girl and wife. But let something get crazy serious and whoopty whoop, nigga. Oh, that ain't my girl. Well, you tell that to their asshole you just ate last night, my guy, or tell that to whatever else you doing to her. Like, and we have to be. It's a and P. You have to be for real. How many niggas you know is like that? Like for me, I don't. I have to be real across the board. Like, and that's why maybe I'm lucky because I know me growing up in the city and being raised by a single mom that I know that you know it could have as the raised by the mom thing. Like the only thing I can say that's different with me versus people who were raised by men in the house. Now I did have an uncle that came in my life and had me move with him at 13, I believe. I was in the
So
eighth
you
grade.
had that strong male figure.
Now that's where that came from. Now up until then, but however, that's at 13. Now I still got all these other years. The only thing I can say that's different from me and everybody else in relationships, I require a hell of a lot more love than that other niggas do.
Mm-hmm.
I need a whole lot of more nurturing than other niggas do, because if you're not showing me that, I don't know what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? Is that wrong? Probably so, but that's just how it is. I don't know how to break up out of that. But that being raised by a woman, you know, and the only reason my uncle moved me with him, he was a successful man, got out the pen, got a trucking license, and brought him my house out there in Palmdale. He moved with him to Palmdale because he heard me say
making big money.
He heard me say that all white people was racist.
Yeah.
And he said,
"Oh, so he took you to Palmdale, huh?"
Move you with me to Palmdale. That nigga, look, and I'm gonna show my age. Back then, nigga, his house was $83,000. Now you can take that wherever you want to. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga house was $83,000. You know what I'm saying? And that was in the mid 90s. 95, 96.
I went to AV High for a few months.
I went to Palmdale High for my 9th grade year and then moved back to the hood. And saying, you know, but even, you know, so you know, shout out to and I went to Mesa Intermediate, my little
Mesa Elementary.
No, back then I think Mesa gone now, but when I was out there, it was a middle school.
Okay, yeah, that's right. They did say that shit. Yeah. What up, Rose? Shout out, Rose.
What up, though? So yeah, I think, but you know, I really do have more ain't shit homies than I have ain't shit, and not to be bashing the homies. A lot of my women friends got they shit more together than the homies. That which is crazy, and this is all people in LA. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on because, you know, and this don't have nothing to do with it. But if you look at the climate in general, like women truck driving now, like it's a thing for women to be out here truck driving and shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I work at a place. I'm not gonna say it because, you know, I don't know who's gonna see this, me acting a fool, but I work at a place where I see the truck women drivers come in every day to get their license. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just a trick how things are changing. Like we used to, as men, be nigga the head nigga of the house, the this, but the trauma that I feel that the trauma that we dealt with as men held us back from going to college, held us back from doing this. We have to hurry up and get out there and make money, do X, Y, Z. A lot of my women friends is going to college. They're going to nursing school. They going to what's the real estate? They doing all kind of shit. What the homies doing? Nigga, what? Nigga, I don't know. I got a homie that's truck driving. Shout out to my guy. That's a prestigious, but a lot of other people is just doing just regular work. Just regular, you know what I'm saying? That just get by work. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't even taking go get a state job or a government job. Nigga wanted one of them real joints, you know what I mean? The longshoreman job or something like. Niggas just getting by. Nigga go out there and do Uber Eats to death. You know what I'm saying? Like no benefits, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't even have the benefits for the kid. Now the mom if she ain't doing cool, she gotta go get on what she gotta get on, and here come you with you know, with the child support and all that shit. That's a whole nother situation. But to what I'm saying, like, you know, I just feel, you know, it is a thing to where do you turn out different being raised by a single mother? It's a possibility. Maybe, you know, maybe a person could be more sensitive to things. You know what I'm saying? It's a possibility. You know what I'm saying?
That child might be more sensitive. That child might, you know, be more aware of certain things because as a woman, our awareness is different than a man. So it's like, yeah, it's you're going to get a different emotion regardless. Like I said earlier, you have those men that didn't get the love that they wanted from their mom, so they end up hurting everybody else because of they hurt and they trauma. Then you have the men that did receive love from their mom, that know how to love and nurture a woman because they was taught that. So it just based upon that person. That's just like how you said your friend who father was in his life but fucked him up, you know?
Mhm.
And that caused him to have some trauma. But then you have the boys who have fathers in their life that teach them something, that show them something, how to work with your hands, how to, do other things besides be on this fuck shit that a lot of boys is on nowadays because they haven't considered they self men yet because they ain't grew up yet.
And niggas in their second child form, man. Hey, shout
And
out
a
to my
lot of these women in LA right now, especially some of the ones that I know, they bitterness come from the men that they chose to lay down with. And I'm not going to say that that man was perfect, but sometimes you got to pay attention to who you laying down with. Like, to be honest with you, y'all be just giving it up to any and everybody, and that ain't just cool because a baby can end up somehow slipping up and getting in you. And now you stuck with this Negro who don't want to take care of that child. And you can't blame him. You gotta blame yourself sometimes, sis.
yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody's starting to wake up to a lot of things now. History, religion, real religion. People realizing that a lot of this religion coming on now was just thought about not too long ago. But I say that to say this, like when it comes to shit like this, like you say, women just being promiscuous out here doing whatever with whoever, spirits do get entwined. A lot of women don't
Roll
realize
Tide.
you carry some of that each man's semen in you for the rest of your life. Some particles of that man's semen is with you the rest of your life. And so, which in reality, if you have so many different specimens entwined in you, you're creating a fucking demon inside of you that's gonna lash out.
These women ain't using condoms because you saying they got all kind of semen in it. Just
Protect
They
different
your love,
not.
semen.
ladies.
I
Protect
mean, I
your
mean,
love.
hey, look at Sexy Red on her music. Now I'm just going
But
by
see,
her
that's the
music.
thing. Okay, let me tell you something about that. Okay. So with Sexy Red, I've done some research on her. And Sexy Red does not act like that. In real life, she does not act like that. But the message that she's preaching to these young girls is that you fuck whoever you want, you suck whoever you want, and you do whatever you want. And there's no consequences to it. So you going around having sex with all kind of people and there's no consequences to it. Like diseases is just not a thing anymore. I don't think people realize that they're still around. AIDS didn't go
Oh yeah.
nowhere.
Well, they figure a lot of people. You hear them talking about it now, especially in the black communities. You can go down Manchester, passing Crenshaw. I'm pretty sure if it's not there, you'll see it there soon. They always have a sign with two black gay couples talking about HIV medicine, like they encouraging it, talking about we'll keep you untraceable, shit like that. So a lot
But
of
just
people are
like with
feeding into what they see.
black men, how they kind of, destroyed y'all image back in the 90s, like the early 90s, where a lot of black men was going to jail. They was, they introduced drugs, guns, and all kind of stuff to you guys. So it was like a lot of black men lost their way. But now you have it to where now the target is the black women. And the younger black women of this generation is losing their mind. Like a lot of women don't leave nothing to the imagination no more. It's like now you already know what you're working with. You ain't leaving nothing to the imagination, but you want every man to follow behind you. It's like it right now is black women turn. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why they got every single black woman that's a rapper promoting this promiscuous lifestyle. Like no one is supposed to be in a relationship, sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. Look at Megan Thee Stallion. Look how many men she didn't had on her arm within the last 3 years.
And then she show up the day after leaving Clay or 2 days after courtside with a new man.
No, she was at the club. I think
No,
that
she
was
was at the, no,
I didn't
she
see
was
that. The
also
one I seen was her at the
courtside
club.
courtside at a game, and it was well, not the commentators, but social media was talking about look at the dude, like he looked like a guy that would probably what's the person that holds the lady's dress or her wedding dress that's so long, walking behind her. That's how he looked
One that
like.
holds the
She was
trim.
with trim, but not my words. Something I read. Somebody said, she went and got a quick fuck boy to come trail
Oh.
along with her, to show Clay that look, she moved on quick, and she got. But I'm like, come on, man. Like, and I didn't even know she got out like that allegedly from the say the people she dated. I think Moneybag Yo was one. I'm like, wow, she dated these guys.
Yeah, but it's just the time we in. It's like they only want to show us in our badness because it's a lot of good that black men and black women are doing, but it's not being advertised as much as the bad stuff has been advertised. Like every time I go on social media, I'm seeing black women fighting. I'm seeing black men fighting. Like the little incident that happened on July 4th, where Eric Washington and that young lady that died.
Yeah.
They had that baby body sitting out there for 12 hours uncovered. You have videos circulating where people was twerking on her dead body. People was walking over her dead body. There's no respect for the black woman. Like y'all just left her out there like that.
I can say this. So before I moved here, I lived on 82nd and Central, and there was an incident where a young male was killed inside his car in front of my house, and that's a Hispanic male was killed in front of my house in the car, inside of his car, and they left his body there for 12 hours. I had people in my house that had been in there for the first time, and they had to be in there for 12 hours, and I don't get along with people like that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, police like, can't nobody leave because they got the joint taped off, so they couldn't leave till the next morning. So that, I think that's just a protocol in out there, that once they leave their body out there, and they left him in the car. Now they did put something over the driver's side door, because they put something over the driver's side door, and we was in the house, we in there. I'm in there. I'm in there cooking a big crazy pot of pasta, and we niggas got podcasting and Nintendo Switch and PlayStation this and all kind of stuff, and we just, life is carrying on, and it's a dead nigga outside the house, like a few feet from us, yo. Like, and even that, I thought, like, yo, look how desensitized we are, that like it's a nigga outside, like dead right now. I mean, I don't know if I'm wilding on the island, but just to be in the house and like going on and still cooking and stuff. And I'm thinking while I'm cooking, like, damn, it's a dead nigga outside. Like, why are we still, you know what I'm saying? Even though I don't know him, but damn, nigga, it's a dead nigga outside, man. For hours. So it's just a trip. But I don't know if that's protocol out there, or, until
Okay.
the full.
So what I have learned, because I was following her story, and even her parents, they're going after the Compton sheriffs because they felt like the way that it was kind of like, I guess, the dignity part of it. They left her uncovered. They didn't cover
Mhm.
her. They should have covered the body. You left her body uncovered. Um, and then a part of it was, okay. Eric Washington, he was a activist for that community, so his body didn't get left out there. They picked him up immediately and carted him away. Kind of the messed up part was they was telling his mama that he was alive when he wasn't. Now that part was messed up, but I still feel it was wrong the way they left that girl out there like that. There should have been some dignity given to her where you covered up her body at least. It was like 90 degrees outside, and y'all
And,
left a dead body just laying on the ground uncovered. Like
and,
they didn't care.
and look what you said. You said these are. I know it wasn't men twerking over her. These are
No,
young
these
black
were
women
young. Mm-hmm. Yep.
twerking over a young black body. So where do we begin the fixing? When look how desensitized they are. Like, I don't,
Mm-hmm.
at my older age, like a lot of stuff, like a lot of, and I hate to say, a lot of stuff in my younger years, I found amusing and funny
Mm-hmm.
in harmful things. I'll just leave it at that. Harmful things I found amusing and funny, but at an older age, it's like I just can't. Like I don't want to walk up on a dead body. Like if you know, if I have to and there's no other way to go around it, cool. But to go there and just taking a picture and like just, what's wrong with you? What is happening out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know why they left her body out there. Why take one and not the other? You know, I heard that, and I don't know, this ain't one the topic, but I heard that they caught a suspect or something for her killing. Did the same
That's
person
good.
kill both of them?
Yeah, so basically, it was a shootout. So the person that killed him, they know who he is because he was trying to defuse that situation. And the two got to shooting, and she got hit. It was a couple of other people that got hit, but they survived. They was, some people had minor injuries. Some people was in the hospital for like a day or two. But I believe the person that hit her has been arrested, or the person they suspect. They didn't say yet if it was the actual person. They just said a suspect has been arrested.
I had seen a video where from that night, the dude he was ran up in the apartment with this big old AK, like move out the way. Like, damn, like they got his face clear on there. So if that is him, if they were shooting with K rounds, like, and even that, man, like this is the other thing. Like, I don't know. So even though I grew up in South Central, I did a lot of running around in Compton as well. So east and west side of Compton. So to know that area, you're not going in those projects and you not know nobody in there. So why are you niggas arguing with each other on this night where, even if we not celebrating the 4th of July,
there's a lot of kids out there.
That's what I'm saying. We okay, cool. We know the 4th of July, a lot of people ain't rocking with it. Cool. We're celebrating something to where we all as people could get together and just enjoy each other. No foolishness, no foul. The kids, me personally, I get a kick out of watching my niece enjoy herself in the backyard or just enjoying herself. That brings me joy. Like, damn, my niece, like, so seeing kids enjoy themselves when even living in the projects is hell in general. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nobody, we know how it is in the projects. So seeing them enjoy this day where it's food and they see fireworks and stuff, and you rob them of this, you kill this woman of this, nobody can't. Why? And I'm pretty sure somebody was drunk, high out of their mind, start shooting in a crowd full of people. To shoot at that man knowing what he is. That nigga spent his life
dedicated. And his mom tried to get him out. But he didn't want to leave.
And it's always like that. And I've never, and I may be wrong for this, but as of now, sometimes it may just be able to help. It may be able to better for you to help from the outside.
From a distance.
You don't have to be hands-on there, because we done seen what happened in Nip in his neighborhood. We've seen what happened to this guy. I don't know if he's from over there, but I'm just guessing if he's in there.
Yeah, he was from over there.
Okay, cool.
He grew up in Watts, though. Like he was born in Watts, and he was in between Watts and Compton. So he had a relationship with both neighborhoods.
Right. So he was good over there. So like who else we seen what happened with Dolph out there in Memphis. If we don't get out, or if we don't leave from where the cancer is and be able to have a fight, we have to have a fighting chance. I'm not saying don't ever go back, but at some point we have to understand, like, okay, certain days it may certain day holidays where there's gunfire and people shooting in the air and all this. Let's stay away from the hood on them days. Let's stay away from the hood on New Year's Eve and 4th of July. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's kind of like Nipsey Hussle's story, like he tried to go back to his community and do good for the community, but look at what eventually happened to him.
That nigga went there to that store to get some clothes for one of his OG homies who just got out of jail and died. You feel me? Like, come on, what we doing here? So
Motherfuckers do stupid shit. They took away the person that was gonna gentrify his own neighborhood for them.
Yeah.
Nip was a powerful dude, man, and even I grew up on the other side of the fence. The thing is, you real have to recognize real. Like, I seen what he was gonna be able to do in the city.
He brought a lot of people together.
Right. And that's blacks and Hispanics.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen that in the city since probably Tupac.
Yeah.
So like maybe is it meant for powerful people to get shot like that in the city because of they want this foolishness to keep going?
Yeah, and that's what I think. I mean, I told my husband that, like, I feel like his death it should have been an eye opener for our people, because it's like they had that peace treaty where you had Bloods and Crips that mess with Nipsey that wanted to be at that particular place for his memorial.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of people were able to come together, but you always, I don't know why, and it's just been from generation to generation, you got that ignorant one. Like, it's just somebody that's just got to be ignorant and want to mess up what we trying to build, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to create. It's always a fucking Judas, like always.
And if you think back with the Nipsey thing, YG and them was trying to come up there to the visual, and even some of Nipsey homeboys had an issue with it. But what's the other dude name? Comrade. I think his name Comrade from the Abs. One
yeah, he was like a little older dude. Yeah, little kind of stocky dude.
Yeah, he was pressing them like, nigga, y'all niggas know these was his homies.
Yeah,
like, what are y'all doing? Like, y'all know. He brought them over here. Y'all know what time it was. Y'all wasn't doing that when he was alive, and we ain't gonna do it now. And it take people like that who's willing to go against the grain to fix a lot of stuff in that city. We have to, and that's one of the reasons why I could never gangbang. No matter where I grew up at, I could never gangbang, because my mentality is more mafioso like than this. If little Johnny go over there and pop whoever over there and we ain't got no beef over there, we got to get rid of little Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You started mess for nothing. You bringing trouble that it wasn't even required.
And
now nobody eats.
And I'm gonna have to. And if I'm shot calling my neighborhood, if I to help the fear on everything, I'm gonna make sure Johnny's right hand man do it. If not, both of y'all are gone. And I don't think that, and as sinister as that sound, sometimes
sometimes it has to be done.
Sometimes you got to be the lion to be the sheep you want to be. I may be chopping that saying up, but sometimes you got to be a dick if you want peace.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to set them boundaries up if you want peace.
Well, and you see, and that's the thing, like something I said earlier, as far as the cats who like us, non-affiliates who grew up in hoods. Like I said, I grew up in a predominantly blood area, and so we caught a lot of heat, even though people know we didn't gang bang. They knew that, but they just knew you lived over there. One day you guys are gonna be from there. You know what I'm saying? So they would give, we catch a lot of shit until we played sports and they saw we were good and we played for the school. Nobody fucks with you now. You know what I'm saying? So I will say, I encourage all kids to play sports in school.
I mean, I saw that firsthand. Like how they bullied my cousin until he became a part of their game. Like he wasn't good at sports, so it wasn't going to work for him. So he had to get down with their game. And when something happened to him, it was like they were at my aunt's house for like maybe a couple of days, and then they went on about their day. went on about their business. Like he was just a memory to them.
Hey, what Tupac say? How long will they mourn me?
Not that long, because a lot of the times, especially nowadays, people attention span is so short. Like a minute is too long for them, to be honest with you.
I
So
mean, then you got, I mean, you're right. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah,
then you can't depend on the old heads to do it because they at that point to where they like it's either oh they been that little nigga before so they can't judge him or they feel like it's too much work to try to change it.
Well,
Then you have the
the
ones that are in the middle that like you said the old dude that had banged on you like where you from like nigga ain't you like 50 and you still gang banging.
and
Let me.
I was,
Do you own a house in the neighborhood that you be game banging in? I just be wanting to ask people that sometimes because what are you claiming a set for that you don't own nothing on?
and you know what made me laugh at that situation too? Because afterwards, I'm scratching my scratch off ticket like, hey, shit, I'm still there. And he started talking to me. We chopped it up, and he said, "Man, you is a pretty big dude. Man, I ain't got no gat either." And I said to myself, "Why would you start something with somebody who can whip your ass and you ain't got no gun?"
And
for
then what you need a gun for? Just get your ass whooping and go about your day. Like I don't get it no more. These kids don't even fight no more. So there's no fighting skills at all no more.
Well,
Everybody had
he was a senior
they want a
citizen.
gun. Oh well,
Yeah.
that don't mean that there be some old people that can still scrap too.
No,
But
no,
it's
no.
like
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he one of them, Mr. Hey, Mr. Such and such. No, he was one of them motherfuckers who still be out there talking about cripping and shit in his
oh
50s. And I'm like, bro, I will hit your ass with a right hook. Like, I'm like, man, I just laugh. It was funny to me. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey,
yeah.
that's the day we in. Like people be starting shit, That's like saying shit without thinking. They starting shit without thinking. Come on, man. You be on somebody's camera phone nowadays because people ain't saving nobody. If you see that. If you get your ass whooped
Mm-mm.
nowadays, you're gonna be on somebody's social media. Believe it.
They ain't saving nobody no more. That's the crazy part. I'm like, dang, I seen a couple of incidents where I was like, if I'm with my kids, I'm gonna stay my distance because I'm never gonna endanger my children. But it's like you see stuff and you be like, dang, like ain't nobody gonna stop it. Like one time we were at a grocery store and the guy was beating up this lady's son. And the security guard didn't stop it. The lady hollering like somebody help, and everybody got their phones out. Nobody was really helping. And it is like this dude is way
That's,
bigger than this boy.
he literally, dude had to be about, one of those short, fat dudes. Well, not fat, but those short, real superstars. About
200 and
like
something
five.
pounds.
No, no, hell no, hell no.
Well, he was like three.
No, he was about good 5'7", about 305, somewhere around that range. And old boy was like a good buck, 5'8", a buck 70. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? The security guard is just standing there. He ain't doing nothing. He waving his
He
hand,
didn't
talking about,
grab
okay,
his
guys.
mace or nothing.
He like, y'all, come on, y'all quit. I'm like, I'm like, bro, like, what the hell? But
damn.
hey, that's LA, man. I tell people that's LA for you, man. Uh, and something that people really have to pay attention to also. Los Angeles itself has about 4.2 million people. LA County, has about 4.2 million people living in it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe more. These are documented.
It's probably.
Uh, they can't census the undocumented, but if you have to add them, you might have about 8 to 9 million in LA County.
Mhm.
But I say that to say this: just in LAPD alone, not including the sheriff, LAPD only has 9,500 officers. Sheriffs, maybe I think like 20, 30,000, something like that. But still, combine just those two departments, which you have, I think, 46 or maybe 62 cities in LA County. Majority of them have a department. But in total, you don't have more than a million police officers in LA County, but you have over 4 million people. So I say that to say this: it's a lot of shit that could be at your doorstep. You know what I'm saying? Because the numbers don't add up when it comes to, public safety. So you got to be conscious of this shit because, especially people who we may be speaking about, some still in the fucking wrong mind and they out there trying to get a quick buck, and it's some cats that'll split your wig just to get high for the night. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, it's just
Or a
some
quick fuck
reality.
because they done took the prostitutes off of pig. So
Real shit. Figueroa
so these
Boulevard is
perverts
clean.
is out.
They out.
Oh
They
yeah.
they looking for anything. You go down Western Avenue now. In the morning, and you got ladies of the night all over, and you seeing guys pulling up in company trucks with the logo. I saw a Terminus guy out there. I said, "Damn, that brother must be finna get some
Mm,
breakfast like Denzel Washington in Flight." Shit,
no cocaine he was doing.
shit, Denzel got some breakfast in that motherfucking movie.
Uh,
Yeah, man. But shit, man. Damn, man. I wasn't. Damn, we've been on here for over 2 hours, man. Um, but like I said, man, this was just to catch up on some stuff, man. Russ Milo hopped on. Uh, my boy been ready, Melanie Queen. But like I said, before we get out of here, this was just a pop up for today, just to go over some stuff. We talked about the Carmelo Anthony case, the verdict and everything, which some people feel is unjust. It happened too quick. I mean,
Mhm.
the law doesn't move that quick. And from what we've seen in the past, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that boy was in prison in 3 days from after being convicted. Like, damn, y'all was in a rush to get him in prison.
Mhm.
Um,
The
you
law
know,
works differently when your color is darker. So to be
you know,
honest.
and I tell people, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been living in a world full of so much hate and craziness for so long. Some people don't even know what it feels like to live in peace. I mean, some people back in the
Mhm.
days, when you hear them old stories of some of the elders, grannies, aunties, and just old heads on the block talk about, man, I remember back in the mid 60s, we could sit right on the yard, have to worry about nothing, play cards, there wasn't nobody doing no drive-bys, you didn't see none of that stuff. So, at a time there was some normalcy.
Mhm.
I won't say it was great back then, but they had some sense of normalcy. Some people haven't lived in that at all. They're born in the early 80s, late 70s till, I want to say early 2000s. You really haven't seen any normalcy. Like, yeah, I'm an 80s baby. We ain't seen no normalcy. Um,
well,
so
we was going somewhere in the 2000s and somewhere in the early 2000s, and things changed because
Man.
I feel like the 2000s from 2000 to 2010 is the 80s 2.0, and that's a whole nother conversation. You think about technology, you think about music,
Mhm.
a whole
yeah,
bunch of stuff. The 2000s is very similar to the 80s. Now, what happened in 2010s? That's a whole nother story too. But yeah, think about the 80s. Everything's going about the 80s. Technology wise, remember in the 80s we was getting away from records and the new thing was CDs in the late 80s. Remember the CDs came
yeah,
out,
CDs
and then in
or cassette tapes before
I was about to
CDs,
say I thought it was cassette tapes for y'all.
cassette tapes.
well
Then it was CDs.
the CDs came. That was the new thing. Like the tapes was there, but the CDs was the new thing.
CDs came, yeah.
2000s, the new thing was MP3.
Uh-huh.
Things changed again. So
iPods.
there you go. It wasn't Walkmans no more. It was iPods.
Mm-hmm.
Shit like that, man.
Yeah,
And,
it's a lot
and,
of
and,
stuff.
and people went outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it
Like
was a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. That right there was a good point because I remember those the 2000 to 2010. Those were some good years right there.
That was probably the
That's when you could have a house party and it didn't get shot up. It was like
2000. The 2000s probably was the best decade overall. And I mean,
I think it
the
was a lot of
2000
teen pregnancy in the 2000s.
probably was. 2000 set up the future though. All the technology
they
that came
did.
in 2000 set up everything from here on out. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
internet
I
gaming,
I,
all that.
I credit the millennials. I tell you the truth. The millennial era, because what's the oldest millennial right now is I think 45 or 46 or something like that. From when the millennial era started.
Uh-huh.
um, or yeah, something like that. Now,
I believe it's
most
45.
something like that. So just saying, this is what was said already. Previously before the millennials would even turn 10, they would say it's going to be up to the millennials and what their era does. And people don't
Yeah.
really talk about. Let's talk about some of the goodness in the black community. How many black parents you see couples now? A lot. How many black fathers you see taking their kids to school? I'm gonna be real. I'm seeing a few more than normal black fathers taking the kids to school, and the black mom is like, or the Hispanic mom. I even saw a white mom coming up there acting rowdy because she don't have a kid. So I'm giving credit to like some of the black community now. You see a lot of black women now stepping up, doing what I'm talking about, younger than us. That's starting to do their thing because they see what they millennial big brothers or sisters or aunties was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I think millennials have set a tone that needed to be set because I'm gonna be real. My big brother's 50, and the only thing I saw him and his buddies do was fuck multiple women all day. That's it. Back in the 90s,
Oh,
them cats that
yeah.
went to get there was them niggas who went to Westchester High in the mid 90s. Getting all them fucking mixed broads and shit like that. And we were no, for real. We were little kids. Me and my little brother. We were little kids, and they used to bring them to my grandma's house. My grandma go home with my mom for a few hours. Shit, these bras over there, them and a few buddies and about 8 women, and they finna fuck them all. You know what I'm saying? So this is the shit we seen. We didn't see them take care of no woman. We didn't see them take care of no kids they had. I hate to say that, but we turned out totally different. Like I said earlier, sometimes the people that we seen let us learn not to do what they did. They didn't even have to say nothing. We just saw the shit they was doing and like, bro, who the fuck wants to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thank God for having my uncle, man, because that nigga stepped in at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Because I was spinning, boy. I was spinning. That nigga stepped in at the right time, and
They's ready to turn up.
nigga taught me how to drive. Nigga taught me what a debit card was, how to use ATMs, nigga, how to write a check. That nigga taught me all kind of stuff, man. So back to the original joint. Men do make a difference. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
make a difference. Would I've been able to turn out the same way without my uncle? Maybe not, because my uncle helped me be more patient, with my anger issues as well too. So he did a lot of work on me, and it's still, when I think about things, or if I do something stupid, which I really hate doing stupid stuff, but if I do something stupid, I can hear him tell me, like when I used to do stupid shit when I was young, he'd be like, man, bonehead move, man, that was a bonehead move. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I could still, like, if I'd be like, damn. So he passed away in 2011, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I could still hear that when certain things happen, and be like, damn, Ben, that's a bonehead move. But you know, we probably cool right now, but the future, they need all the help
Ooh.
they
Uh-uh.
they need all the
This next generation here, oh my God. And I'm not gonna say, because right now I'm gonna give it up to like some of the kids, like the ones that are like 18 to maybe 23-ish, 24-ish. Some of
Yeah,
them are doing different things. They get into this technology stuff and they becoming millionaires overnight. So I'm not going to talk about that particular generation. I'm going to say the generation under them, because it's like a lot of these new kids I'm seeing, they doing the most. These kids is introducing themselves to fentanyl. Like, we knew to stay away from certain drugs. Like, we was not considered a drug.
hell no.
We was
That's why these
considered
that's why these
medication.
boys doing weird
But
shit.
these
These young
kids
boys get
nowadays,
their ass ate and shit like that.
they doing too much. They introducing themselves to all kind of things, and it's just like, where are the parents? Where's the leaders? Where's somebody that's gonna take this child and show them that it is something better for you out here than what you're
Some
currently doing?
some of them are getting high. See, that's one thing. Some of these parents are getting high with the kids now. You know, some of the parents that might be 35 to 40 something, 43. They got a daughter, son that's like 16, 17 that's already fast. So they already smoking
Mm-mm.
weed. They getting high with them. Shit like that, going to the same club, you know. I mean, you got some of the ladies telling, you know, your boyfriend got a daddy, you know, he bring the daddy over and mama getting the shit
Oh
fucked
my
out of her,
god.
and while they in the liver, you know, it's so much. And then you got the little boys, it's weird, you know, they getting high off this shit. They doing whippies. They telling the girl, I don't fuck with you if you don't eat ass. You know, like what kind of shit is this? We didn't do
That's
shit
Suki
like that in the
Hana fault.
90s.
That is Suki Hana fault.
Mm.
And then these women is sick. Oh, you gotta, yeah, I don't fuck with a nigga like he unless he like getting his ass. Hey, like what kind of woman are you? And you talking about can you have a sip of my drink?
Yikes. Hey,
Uh,
hey, before it's over, the dating game is crazy. Like, you
it's
know,
the man. Like, what are you doing? Are you bending over? Are you hiking your legs up to get you?
well,
If I'm ever at a
that's a crazy
party,
question.
we had a barbecue and I walk into the wrong room, going to the restroom and see a friend of mine on fours or with his legs cup up or whatever, I'm gonna beat the shit out of both of them.
I mean, it's like this, man. Me personally, you know, whatever floats that person boat, but I'm gonna look at the woman crazy. Like I'm gonna look at her a little different. Like, damn, you eating
Well,
ass
shit,
out here?
Mm.
Like that's crazy.
that
Like,
brother just got off work.
and hey, some women like niggas that have that R on them, nigga. That
Oh,
some women like when niggas had that the after work funk slash sweatiness on them. They said
oh.
they said that shit like manly, way more manly times 10.
And it be some of them, and you know, so crazy though, Ben. It's probably some dudes like that who be having high standards for bro. Oh, she got some ugly fucking toes, and talking about she want me to suck them, but you want her to lick your dirty ass.
They'll trade it for that because there's some niggas that's cool with it. I be hearing songs from the back in the day and they talk about getting their ass. I'm like, oh,
Uh,
a lot of niggas was New
uh,
York niggas, by the way. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, I guess that maybe they was ahead of the West back up then. But I got a couple of homegirls that's into butt munching,
Booty eating.
butt munching,
Mm-hmm.
booty. Uh, and you maybe one of them you may be like, yeah, I can see it, but the other ones you be like, I can't see that.
how can you tell
Mm-mm.
though? Like
That'd
you
be
know,
the crazy part.
ain't that some shit? Like oh yeah, that just look like she eat ass. Like how can you tell? Like what kind of shit is that?
You'll have to have the conversation. Like, okay, yeah, if you get to know the person and you had a conversation, like, oh yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
That's
I'm
so
looking at both. I'm looking at both of them crazy because I don't know. That's just what I don't know. That what are you doing?
That's
Like
some wild shit. Like now, I mean, now you heard from men to women. Like, I mean, that's some shit that you've been seeing. You know, we was in the porn capital of the world, San Fernando Valley out here. You've been seeing that shit since the '80s out here. But now all of a sudden, you know, you seeing shows where men talk about I'm in the Boston Crab and let her go to work. Like, wait a minute.
I mean, spontaneous works. Being spontaneous works.
I mean, hey, to each his own. Whatever flows, not hey. If that's what people
if you like
into
getting
and
your
they like,
ass ate, then go ahead. By all
yeah, that's
means, get
you.
your
Yeah, by
ass
all
ate.
means.
And the women that like eating ass, by all means, do you, boo? I
But
can never
don't
knock you,
yeah,
but
do
I'm
you?
not doing it. I'm sorry. Ain't no man putting their ass in my face.
I don't
That's
think a
weird.
real man,
Well,
honestly, would whatever, you know, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, hey, like I
I'm gonna
say,
look at
to
you
each his
real
own, but
fucking weird. You hike your ass.
but see that,
like
but
for
see, look,
real, like,
but see, women can't do that. They have to feel the same way about both.
Wait, what?
I said women have to feel the same way. Like if a woman wants her her ass ate, then she got to be cool with the man doing it too.
What the fuck? If you eat my ass, I'm not eating yours. I don't give a shit.
Hey,
It's only right now.
hey, Ben. Hey, Ben. Hey, can you imagine some big fat motherfucker? You know, he got a petite little woman wife, and he talking, yeah, baby, you know what time it is.
It
It's
happens.
bad enough holding that nigga's stomach up to give him head, because I'm quite sure if he fat, she gotta hold that stomach up. So then she gotta hold it up.
You can lay down on the bed. You can lay down on the bed. You get the same. You get the.
That stomach ain't going nowhere.
That's not true.
If he big, is he making it seem that ain't going nowhere?
Like that dude on social media who farted everywhere, talking about he's a small fat. Y'all seen that video that was going around?
No.
The medium fat nigga.
Yeah, talking about I'm such a small fat, and that motherfucker laid out a fart like he just shit it all in his throat.
Hey, look, man, look, I can represent for the fat community, man. So you know,
nah, them are obese people,
no,
right there.
I'm talking about the other kind, like my 600-pound life type of dudes. You know,
y'all seen the one that need help washing up?
Yep.
Oh man.
What'd you say? The 3 foot long sponge? You mean 3 foot long broom handle on the sponge? They got a split between the ass crack from the front.
Yeah, nah, they don't. Nah, they. I'm trying to be cool. What is that? Like, are they flossing it, like moving it like this, like flossing their ass? Like, is that
flossing them cheeks?
Getting all up in them holes.
All in the nooks and crannies and the crevices.
You know, hey,
it's getting too weird. You got now. They not only want the ass eat. Some of them like low vibrators up their booty.
Oh.
Some of them wearing women's panties. Talking about this more counterfeit. It's getting weird out here.
Man, it's too weird. It's too weird. Like, I mean, I remember. I grew up in the era where the women used to say, "I needed." Well, which I mean, now that I think about it, that could have been, had some underlying things going on. But you used to hear women in the '90s say, "Oh, my nigga got at least been to jail before." You know what I'm saying? Like, I need a hardcore. That's the type of women we grew up around. Now,
are
you fucking kidding me?
You know.
Some of them niggas that go to jail don't come out the same. So
no, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said it might have been some underlying shit behind that. But I'm just saying, growing up in the hood, we used to see the girls who wanted a gangbanging nigga, the popular nigga from the hood who had long hair, who was good looking. That's who they wanted to be with. That was
Destiny's Child's fault. They talking about I need a soldier.
A soldier. And then they. I mean, it depends on what kind of soldier they talking about, but some people wouldn't say they considered Jay-Z to be the soldier they were describing in that song. You know what I'm saying? They thought them making a song called Soldier, they thought she'd have been with a thug, Jay-Z, I mean, he's a G, but he ain't a thug.
I would have to put a plastic bag on that nigga head, to be honest with you. I don't know how she do it every night.
They don't care. They in that realm, they fuck money. You know what I'm saying? Shit, the more money you got, the better that motherfucker look.
And that's the crazy thing, because a lot of women are doing that now. Like, you have these women that are taking trips and they video record themselves, but they not showing that old man that's behind them, waiting on them to get off that phone.
Well, they doing him a favor because they don't want his wife to see it. That's why.
They doing themselves a favor too.
That's a dead giveaway of when a woman is on a trip with a dude. Like, well, y'all know women always in the pictures with each other. A woman just out here in this nice ass view, just all by herself. Like, you ain't slick, chick.
What'd you say, Ben? What's the headliner say on her post? Say, I had a week off and decided to just come to Turks and Caicos by myself.
Uncle Perm over there in the corner.
Uncle Perm, he over there in the corner, like, hey, look, come over here.
Uncle Perm over there ready to give her the full court press.
Look, Uncle Perm, man. Shout out Uncle Perm, man.
That's Fort Minnie pressure.
Uncle Purr said,
that's all it takes sometimes, man.
that's all it takes. Uncle Purr said, shit, you almost
I'll
had
get to the destination,
went
not
out this fairway.
about the destination, not how long it takes to get there. It's about getting there, not how long it takes to get to the destination.
Yeah, but people don't realize that. You see that shit every day. How many of these little, fast ass 20 to 25-year-old chicks, these pill popping, weed smoking, drinking bras, you see them in the neighborhood? How many of them got a baby by a nigga that's like a 43 to 50-some-year-old smoker?
But it's not just the women though. You have the men that are out here dating grandmas now. Like,
hey,
they out here.
I grew up when niggas was getting topped off by my older people was getting topped off by crackheads for crack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We see the strawberry era. See, people don't talk, and that's something people don't talk about. I bet money it's somebody who listening or gonna listen to this right now. That's a man who's probably in his 50s or 60s that had a little strawberry head back in the day. Real shit. And I've said this on one of the groups I'm in on Facebook.
$5 blowjob.
Well, shit, I said that shit, and a few dudes. I even made a video of that chick who said "Oh, I love me a thick crackhead," and some people was commenting on the video. One dude said, "Man, back in the day, that was some of the best head you could ever get," and I was like, "They really commenting shit like this? Like that's crazy."
I mean, I never been there, but if you have to think about it,
I don't know, man. That's some wild shit.
If you have to think about it, a crackhead that's fiending for crack.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to be there that long, so they don't get you out of there quick as they can.
Oh yeah, I saw them. They used to get my uncle out of there very fast. We were little kids. Y'all go play real quick.
That's the power drill.
Forget to close the blind. I told my wife. I said, man, if I'd have had a speedometer from the CHP to clock how fast her head was going, I bet you her shit was probably going like 40 miles an hour, back and forth, going pow, pow, pow. Said 2 minutes, he was gone.
A lot of them didn't have teeth either, so yeah, think about that.
And real shit. And a lot of them, and tell you the truth, a lot of people don't want to admit it too. A lot of the relatives who was getting hair from them, they smoked a little bit here and there too. So they wasn't a stranger to the stem.
I don't know too many black people that can say they don't have one crackhead in their family.
One crackhead, even white people. Everybody that I know will all tell you that they have somebody in their family that either smoked crack or meth, black, white, or Hispanic,
or heroin,
or you would say 11-5.
Yeah.
That's real shit. And people know that. Some people right now got uncles, that's stone cold crackheads. Real shit. They don't want to admit it. You see them at the function like, damn, I didn't know that was such and such relative. That's their uncle. Man, that nigga straight dope head. You know what I'm saying? Like, or even they see some of the lady relatives like, damn, man, that's such and such. Oh yeah, I saw her and my uncle the other day. Oh wow.
Yeah.
And what's so crazy too? Like something that was brought to my attention. Like people criticize the men, even the women who utilize people of the night, men and women of the night, picking up people off the street. But ain't it so crazy that a lot of people will glorify going to third world countries to buy the ass? Why don't you just buy the shit here where you at?
Shit.
They feel like it's more exotic.
You might run into somebody you know. I done been I was where was I at on Fig? It was a car dealership on Fig and Century some years back, and I had drove past seeing a car that I had wanted, and I had to park a little bit down the street, and I was leaving from there, and I'm walking north on Fig on the east side of the street. And I'm walking past a chick, and I'm walking past her looking at her like this. And I'm like, oh, that's Wooty Whoop. I went to a few high schools, but that was Wooty Whoop from Gardena High. I remember her from Gardena High. I'm like, damn, she out here on the stroll. She used to be one of them women or one of them girls in high school that thought she was just that one. And now she out here,
that one.
really that one.
She is that one, the one making all the money. She figured I'm gonna use this high school fame I had and get Blade famous. And now she out there. Every time she get out of a car, see what she say. She one of them chicks that I can't stay out of people's cars. As soon as I get out of one, I'm in another.
And that's the cold part. She doing all that work and getting pennies and giving it to somebody else. That's a whole nother conversation.
And that's crazy. Like what that dude say. I seen a clip where dude say, I see women all the time. He was, I think he and Harry Hines Blade, some no well known pimp. He all over the internet. I don't know his name, but he said, man, yeah, you meet a lot of women who always tell me that they think, yeah, I'm gonna sell this shit for like $1,500 or it's worth 10 grand. He said, get out there, that trick tell you that shit worth a cold 60. It'll humble you real quick.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. But yeah, man. Old strolls, and Fig, man, they're gonna try and regentrify Fig. We're gonna see what they doing, man. And I just feel like if you're a pimp out there with underage women, man, and you're a grown ass nigga, you need to check yourself. I had a cousin that was a pimp, you know what I'm saying? He passed away. He passed away, and I was like, I didn't, out of love for my cousin, I didn't speak how I felt about pimps, but now that he passed away, nigga, these pimp niggas can partner around coming in September. We'll be around, nigga. We out here getting all these niggas in these light colored suits and perms, man. We coming out here, man. You out here with these you out here with these high schoolers and middle schoolers on the tracks. We're gonna turn you niggas into
weirdos.
Turn you niggas into mincemeat, because I know you niggas sampling your work, you pedophiles.
Real shit.
Line them all up and end it.
At the real being ready on IG, being ready on Instagram, at the real being ready on Twitter, or I'm sorry, X, my bad. At the real being ready everywhere, podding around everywhere. Well, Instagram and Facebook. You guys want to get in contact with me? Oh yeah, we out here swinging swords.
Man, hey,
guillotine.
Man, real shit. People. That's why I try to encourage people listen to some real, not knocking other people who pod out there, but the circle that we have, we try to bring you real news you can use for entertainment. We ain't finna bring you the shit that everybody bring you all the time. Like I say, I'm not finna glorify and share all this gang bang and stuff. I see the shit. Why do I want to let everybody else see what's going on? This is shit that we don't need to
normalize.
Yeah. If you grow up around it, you don't want to glorify it like that.
You don't want to glorify it. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing to be glorified about it. Like when you actually grew up around it and you actually seen it firsthand. Like I said, a lot of these kids that ain't never been around it, they glorify it because they think it's something fun to do, or they think it's a game. It's people out here dying for this stuff. It's people out here dying over this stuff. And it's just not something you should glorify. Like the situation you saying with the pimps and them getting these underage girls. I mean, it's a girl I met at this restaurant me and my friends went to.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, she wanted to, share her story with us. And she was saying how, she was being prostituted, well, trafficked, because this was against her will. So she was being trafficked on Fig for like maybe 2 years. And it was like the way she was being treated and how she was being housed. She said they make them house together. It's a woman that takes over the house, and if they don't do right, they get beat. And it's just, her whole story was just crazy to me. And she finally got away and she changed her life, but she said she stay away from social media. She don't want no social media account because she in fear that the people that took her the first time would find her again. It's not a game. It's not something to play about. It's little girls being snatched, and a lot of the times, and I hate to say it, some of these little girls put themselves in that position because they go off this stuff on social media. That's why I feel like social media is good and it's bad at the same time. And I've seen a lot bad from social media than I have good. Because a lot of these girls that get put in these situations, it starts with social media.
Yeah.
Boom.
And it boils down to parenting too. That's just like I say, just a question that I have for y'all and anybody listening. I know R. Kelly is where he should be for some of the things he done. Do y'all think the parents and the children should be there also?
Hell yeah, because
Wait,
they signed the
whoa.
NDAs.
Hold on. Who are we talking about exactly? What parent are we talking about?
Just saying
The
the
last girl,
parents of
the
the
one that came out, her
yeah.
mama, the one that was tripping, all of a sudden she made it seem like she didn't know what was going on with her daughter. But the truth came out that she did know what was going on with her daughter. And she knew all the way up until she was 18. And when them checks stopped being delivered to her house.
Yeah, R. Kelly should be
Allegedly.
R. Kelly should be in jail for every underage kid that he dealt with. He should be in jail for that sex tape chick who,
Mm-hmm.
who went overseas and prospered in real life, whatever the hell, who was auctioned off or handed over or sprinkled or sparkled looked the other way or whatever the hell happened to her. He should be in jail for that. Anybody else that he dealt with underage, now them grown women that he was dealing with, um, I don't think he should be in jail for them. If a woman, if a chick want to go be freaky with a dude, that's her own prerogative. But if she's underage, yeah. And
There's a
one,
different thing.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that R. Kelly is smart with which is terrible, is that he would go in these different states where the age is getting younger. So a lot of these places, and to us in California, is nasty, but in other states that shit go. You
Yeah.
go look at the Tyler you go look at the age of consent in Chicago. You look at the age of consent. I believe it was Atlanta. Or I can't remember the other states, but you go look at the age of consent at the states that he was going around to. You look at those like, okay,
The age of consent in other countries. Some places believe that once a young girl starts her menstrual, that she's an adult now. She's a grown woman. So she can be married off. She can lay up with an older man and give him a baby.
yeah,
It's just weird to me. Like, but as a nurse, it's like, that a lot of these young girls cannot take the pressure that comes along with having sex with an older man because they're not developed.
mm-hmm.
So a lot of the times you end up killing these young girls or you end up damaging them where they can have no kids or they can't produce certain things in their body because of them having sex at an age that they shouldn't even be introduced to sex.
Yeah.
This world is weird. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's weird. I never understood it, and I believe I'm never going to understand it. It's not for me to understand it. I'm not from here.
It's not. It's not. It really ain't. I just told my boy that some stuff ain't meant for everybody to understand because it's just not. It just ain't for us. Like
Yeah,
R. Kelly should be. I don't think he should be in jail for the getting
for the
freaky with
grown women.
grown people, but
No.
anybody young,
Mhm.
Yeah.
lock that nigga up.
And
It's
their
just like
parents.
Aaliyah. He was messing with her too.
But see,
Didn't
that's
he
the
didn't
thing.
didn't he allegedly marry her, or was that proven that he
I didn't see no
forged marriage
paperwork
or
though.
something?
I don't know, but we got to see what state it was in. Because
Yeah,
if it was in the state where it was cool, then was he wrong?
Well, a lot of people don't know. Even in California, you can marry a child as long as the parent signs off on it.
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
people don't realize that you can marry any child in California as long as the parent signs off on it. So people be like, "Oh, it's not legal here." It is legal as long as the parent signs off on it.
Yeah. If that chick, if her parents signed off on it, was he wrong still?
yeah. I feel
I
like
mean,
it's weird.
morally, and you know what? I want to say lawfully. I think he might be wrong because I think the just because you give consent for your daughter to marry or your son to marry this older woman, I don't think you give consent for sex until they're of age. If I'm not, I got to read up on that again. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, check it out. I did a dive on that some years ago when I was doing a podding around. I mean, I'm sorry, not podding around. Seriously, not another podcast. When the R. Kelly stuff was going on, we was covering that mess. And that's what made me take a deep dive and look at the age of consent in these places. Cause I got a dude that he grew up on my block, but he didn't grow up on my block. Like he moved on my block when he was like in high school, like towards the end of high school. And a couple before I moved out here, I talked to him on the phone. I was still in California. And I asked him, hey, how you been doing, man? You know, shooting the shit. And like I don't know if somebody came up, he had a girlfriend. And he moved to South Carolina, one of these places. And he was like, yeah, you know, me and my girl, like, oh yeah, like you get your older. I said, you move out, you move out there and get you a older woman. Like, nah, she actually 17, bro. And I was like, 17? I'm
he was
like,
staying with her?
huh?
How old was he?
That nigga, he was in his 30s. He was in his 30s. I don't know. I'm older than him for sure. I don't know our age gap, but if he's my people in him age, right now he should be about 35 if they still together. And I was so he was probably about 33 back then, 33, 32. And so she was 17. I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, what? And he was like, nah, it's cool out here, you know, the age of consent. I'm thinking in my head, but nigga, you from over there. Like, that's what we grew up on. Like, I don't care where I'm at. The age of consent for me at this age, nigga, is 38 and up. For me, you got to be 38 because, I mean, hey, you know, a person my age to deal with somebody that's 18, 19, 20, like, fam, like, there's nothing that can be offered. Like, you still have so much life to deal with. And to be honest with you, I know a lot of older men get kicks out of dealing with younger women and all that, but your selfishness of you trying to get a nut is damaging that young woman's life. It may seem like a whole bunch of fun, but yeah, it's a lot of shit going on that you may get one that just want to have fun, and maybe she's already damaged by that time. But if this woman's not damaged, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna think you just in love with them and this and that. But you there to sit there and they're a sex toy to you. You sitting there like they're young, you know, shit ain't stretched out, body still perky, whatever the case you feel it. But
And that's the weird part of it. Like, as a woman, in my younger days, like middle school, when I used to walk to school, I had to walk past this tire shop that were owned by Hispanics. And I always walked in a group. My mom never let me walk alone. So it was like maybe a group of 6 of us. But it was always, we had to deal with the harassment of these men on our route to school that seeing these young Black girls and seeing that, you know, yeah, we're young. Nothing in our body is unattached right now. You know, we ain't going through life yet. We're not adults. So it's still like, we still little kids. You can tell that we kids, but at the same time, it's like they don't care. They just see legs, they see breasts, they see legs, hips, and whatever else they see to their imagination. And it's like, what kind of grown man would see a 13, 14-year-old girl and say that's who you want to have sex with?
They don't care. They'll do that shit to a little black girl, but let some little 15-year-old black boy whistle at his 16-year-old daughter. He be ready to kill him. Oh, you fucking nigger.
mm-hmm. And I done had conversations with Hispanics, and you know, like I said, I got a bunch of close friends of mine that are Hispanic, and they would tell me like, "Yo, I think we got this thing," and you know, I'm goofy as hell, but me and my Hispanic friends, when we talk, we'll be like, "Yeah, man, my people tripping, man," or they'll be like, "Yeah, our people out here wilding," you know what I'm saying? So, the nigga be like, "Yeah, man, my people, man, we may got y'all in that freaky shit, man, because our people, some of our people be sleeping with their daughters when they, I don't know, by quinceañera or some
yeah, like 15.
Mm-hmm.
I may be getting the ages wrong, but sometimes, so I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's 20. 15.
Yeah, I think 15 in Mexico, 16 in America. They celebrated.
So
Um,
No, they do it
that's
15 here too.
okay.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy. Like I tell people, they look like me personally. I grew up playing soccer. I was one of the best soccer players in the '90s in LA. That's how I got my junior Olympic medal. I was playing against older cats. I'm black. I ain't from no motherfucking Africa. Uh, as my lineage traced to the 1700s, I went far back. All my people was born somewhere here in North America. So when I say about Africa, um, but I say that to say this: I didn't dominate some of these players. Some of the players who went on to play pro sports in soccer, I didn't play it against them, dominated them as in the youth. So, but the racism that I endured, man, you know what I'm saying? That shit was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? And these came from the Hispanic crowd. So when I say a lot of shit is not from hate, it's just saying like, damn, it's crazy. If I can, some of my
From
best friends
experience.
today are, yeah, some of my best friends today are Salvadorian and Hispanic, closer than I am with some black people.
mm-hmm.
So the way I was treated, some people would have said, fuck all them motherfuckers. I'm talking about I was a little kid being called niggas and all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was 9 years old at one point playing against 13, 14-year-old Hispanics, whooping their ass. And I'm talking about everybody was screaming racial shit.
Mad as fuck.
This is in southeast side of Los Angeles. We was playing at Gilbert Lindsay Park, 41st, and I think Hooper or some shit like that this one game. That's why I tell people, they gotta be open minded, to get rid of the hatred in their heart. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would have carried on some of that bullshit, I'd hate probably every Hispanic I seen, but I don't. Them of them are my best friends. Like I said, I know Spanish fluently. I learned it to communicate with them. You know what I'm saying? And to know what the fuck they were talking about.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm the type of nigga. I wouldn't even tell my if I knew Spanish like that. I wouldn't even tell my
I
job.
wouldn't even tell them.
And at my old job and out there in Cali, one of the newer supervisors, she came and she knew Spanish fluently, and like, being a supervisor, you can get a lot of these cancers out of the workplace if you catching them saying a lot of them say a lot of racial stuff, but in Spanish, and you can get a lot of them out of there. But if you come in and and I get it, a lot of people in the workplace are, and I think it's dope to be, African American and be able to speak fluent Spanish or any fluent in anything. To learn another language is great. But in a workplace, especially being a supervisor, and at the age that the lady was, you have to know in the workplace that there's racism that's going on. Now, us black people, we can't do too much, or anything we say can be heard because everybody knows. But there's a lot of racism going on at these jobs where the Hispanics are, feel a certain way, or whoever the case. Even inside these nail shops, it's a bunch of videos on here where the I don't know the correct. I'll just say that the Asian nail tech they're talking mess to each other about the person
About the black people in there. Huh?
You feel me? And it's like, yo, like, I'm here spending money. I came to y'all business to pay y'all or whatever the case. Like, this is what I get. You know what I mean? Like, so a lot of stuff for the future, I would hope a lot of people would take Spanish serious. Like, maybe me personally, I missed the bus. You know what I'm saying? But I will hope people in the future, African Americans in the future, do take up Spanish and take it serious, because even now there are jobs that you can't get if you're not bilingual.
Oh my gosh, especially in California.
You feel me?
I'm going to be honest with you. In California, it is hard right now for people that do not speak Spanish, because a lot of these jobs, the first thing, they're not even really looking if you qualify. They don't care if you qualify. They want to know, do you speak Spanish? Do you understand Spanish? Can you comprehend Spanish? Yeah. And working in the nursing field, you deal with that a lot. Like, you deal with a lot of racism, and not only just from the Hispanics, you got it a lot from the Armenian people that are coming over that are getting jobs. You got it from the Asian community. They don't like you in the workforce, and so you be sitting in the break room and everyone is in their group with their own people. And it's so divided because people choose to make it that way. Like, I had an incident where this was during COVID time, and we were dealing with people, we were swabbing people and whatnot, and it was two Hispanic girls sitting at a desk across from us, and she got mad at the Hispanic girl that was sitting with us because she felt like she was supposed to be sitting with them.
Mm-hmm.
And the Hispanic girl checked them because she heard them, talking about us in Spanish. And she checked them like, I get along better with Black people than I do with Hispanic people. I grew up around Black people. I live in neighborhoods that I have nothing but Black people around me. She like, I feel more comfortable with them than I do with y'all. And now you see why. Y'all over here talking about these girls and they did nothing to y'all. So it's like, people got to step out of that mind frame. Like, what is wrong
Mm-hmm.
with you? If this person has done nothing wrong to you, there's no reason you should hate them. I don't care what color they are. I don't care what race they are, what size they're, gender, whatever. If this person specifically has not done anything to you that has affected your life, then you should not be mad at this person. Actually try to
Yeah.
get to know people and stop being so quick to judge them based upon their race.
Yep. That happens all the time. My same buddy that I'm cool with, we had a older Hispanic dude work at the college, and me and my boy, we be together all the time, hanging out at the job, whatever. And the older Hispanic dude will talk to him in Spanish, and he'll reply in English. And he'll reply in Spanish again, and he'll reply back in English. And he's like, "Yo, what's up with that, man?" Like, yo, like, I got people around, bro. Like, I'm not gonna talk in Spanish around, And the older dude even told him, like, "Yo, you should hang with us, man. Why you hang with the Blacks, man? What's up?" You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Yo, I don't get down like that, dog. Like, I'm here for my people. I know my boy mess with me tough and yada yada yada." So it's a trip that still goes on, and and it's hidden like that. That same guy, his son, like we said earlier, the apple don't fall far from the tree. So if there's a racist parent that's Hispanic, 9 times out of 10, their kids gonna feel the same way too. So he have a son that's the supervisor, and it's like, yo, that's not. It sucks because he may feel a certain way about Black people and not be trying to hire Black people. You know what I'm saying? And that same place where I was at, every new hire now, they're starting to be Hispanic. So it's slowly turning from what used to be Black. And I mean, when I was there, we had Black all the supervisors was Black. We had more Black people there now. Like, even that dude, that my boy, that's Hispanic, he was like, "Yeah, man, this shit turned there." What do you call it? It was the name he said. And I thought it was so funny. Like, it was something crazy. I think it. I'm not gonna say. I think it was like low key racist. But he was talking about his own people, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this shit's too much, man. This shit too much, man. They doing too much. We gotta get some more color up here. Like, this too much. You know what I'm saying? And this is him. He don't even like how they're, and he don't have nothing against Hispanics. But he's like, he right is right, wrong is wrong. Like, there's no way that only these Hispanic people are the ones who's getting these jobs up here. There's no way.
Yeah, there's a lot of favoritism being played. There's a lot of favoritism, and you have people that are of a certain race in higher positions that are grabbing their people and pulling them up with them.
Oh yeah. And that's the man, and that's another thing, man. That before I gotta say before the show, and the reason why a lot of people feel that the Hispanics are quote unquote ahead of is because they're getting in positions economically to help their family.
Mm-hmm.
Bank, they get into banks with the loans.
Yeah.
They get into real estates. They got the real estate license, all this real estate stuff. Everything they using, we already know they got the groceries. We got the grocery stores. They got the tire shops. They got the mechanic shops. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I don't know if we all the same age, but I'm an 80s baby as well, early 80s, so I remember pulling up on black mechanic shops. Now I think the only black mechanic shop is on Century and San Pedro.
And I was just about to say that. I think that's the only one.
No, and it's one on Century and Alldale.
Oh,
Bullets. They black owned.
Oh, I forgot about Bullets. Okay, yeah.
So you got two, and they both on Century. Look at that.
On Century.
One on the east side, one on the left. Ain't that about a bit? You know what I'm saying? So look at that. I remember being younger. It was way more mechanics. What happened to the black crackhead mechanics?
What's that? The grease monkeys? That they used to call them.
Where the niggas at, man? Them niggas, what happened? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's another conversation too. Crackheads gonna be gone. All the crackheads gonna be gone. It's only gonna be meth heads around.
Man,
shit, tell you the truth, some of these crackheads is old shit. These some of these crackheads walking around here 80 years old looking like they're 60.
Out of here,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the next 10, all the crackheads gonna be gone.
Well, shit, they might outlive the meth heads because they that shit is strong.
I feel the life expectancy of a crackhead is longer. Like,
I don't know what was in that stuff, but a lot of them living long.
Some of them motherfuckers won't die at all. You be like, damn, man. Some people get mad. They be seeing the motherfucker. Damn, man, that motherfucker's still here. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? And it be cold, like, And everybody in the neighborhood got their favorite crackheads. I used to be hurt. I hear some of the neighborhood crackheads pass away, like, damn, baby nephew gone. Like, damn, what happened to baby nephew, my nigga? So it's just different. Even
shout out Shane, it's my favorite crackhead.
See, you know what I'm saying? I remember when I was young, I lived in Compton, and we had a crackhead that lived over there named Willie Rowe.
Yeah.
Willie Rowe, do you dance, Willie Rowe? That nigga bust out, do a dance. No cash needed. Just tell him, bust that dance, Willie Rowe. That nigga start pop locking, doing whatever he do, man. It's, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what all we have to do to bring it together as a whole, but
it was like something you were saying about when you were basically saying how they community sticks together.
Mm-hmm.
Crackhead community?
No, the Hispanic community.
How they
bring their people up, like I had this it was this guy, he was basically like trying to preach to people, but it was a story that he had said that kind of stuck out to me. He was saying that now in jail, I guess he was in jail before, but long story short, he had said in jail there was a black guy who had like 12 cans of soup, and he had a roommate in his room that was black too. And his roommate didn't have no family. He didn't have nobody. So nobody was putting anything on his books. And he was hungry. And the black guy would not share with him. He said, but it was a Hispanic cat that was across the way. And he had one can of soup. But it was 4 of them eating from that one can of soup. He was able to share with the people that looked like him and didn't feel no way about it. While this black man seen this man in the cell with him struggling, and instead of him seeing him as his brother, he's seeing him as competition. Like, I ain't about to get this nigga my soup. Like, let him get his own soup. I got 12. Yeah, you got 12, but you got 12 by yourself. While they over here with one can of soup and 4 people was able to eat from it. I said that I like to say, huh? No, boy.
Maybe they had a bigger can.
The can was the same size. He said all that to say that our community does not stick together like everyone else's community. It's like the other night I told my husband this story how It was a black family, and I was shocked to see it. It was a black family. They all lived together. The mom, the dad, the daughter, her husband, they kids, they sister. They had a big old house, a really big house that they all chipped in for. But they all lived together, and they said they got judged by a lot of other black people for living in the same house as their parents, not knowing that they all kick in. Nobody is freeloading off of anybody. But when you see Hispanics doing it, because we live around Hispanics and I see them do it all the time. I've seen my Hispanic neighbors move people in, and 6 months later, they moving out, getting their own spot, got a car and everything.
Maseratis and shit.
I, it's it's our community. It's our people. We got to learn to stick together and actually stick together like how we used to be. I remember times at my grandma's house where everybody would come together, cars night, everybody was getting along. Nobody was really fighting. And then if somebody did get upset and they had their argument, they hashed it out and went right back to doing what they was doing. Like, we don't
It's
have that no more.
Well, it's no control. Like I say, I mean, we ain't gonna be here too much longer. Like I say, but
Yeah.
well, it's no control really for a lot of people nowadays. The self control is gone. It's no normalcy in a lot of people's lives.
No
People
more
don't
big
have
mama.
no more big mamas. Big mama used to cut out all the shit. Now you going places nowadays and you seeing fucking aunties and a nephew with a baby with each other. You seeing all kind of weird shit nowadays. People is huffing shit. They doing stuff that my black folks, these drugs ain't supposed to be in your body. Stop putting this shit in your
Mm-mm.
body. You know what I'm saying? You're messing up your body and your mental. You know what I'm
Weed
saying?
is
But
okay.
weed is okay. You know what I'm saying? If you do it in moderation, you don't need 30 blunts a day. I'll tell you like that. It's
You do
nothing
not.
wrong with the marijuana, but people got to look at it like this. For the ones who do roll their weed up in blunts, you're smoking tobacco too. That blunt that you're rolling it up in is, if you breaking out the tobacco out of your blunt, you're not just smoking weed. You just
Cut out
inhale
them
about 30,
backwoods.
yeah, you inhale 30 cigars too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But before we get out of here, man, you know how we do it, Ben. We're gonna go around this panel, man. You got some news you can let the people use?
Um, um, me being ready coming back to podcasting after how long I've been gone? About I don't know when the last time I had my own show, but yeah, Partner Round comes back November. I forgot the date, but I'll be back November. Partner Round. Like I said, for those watching and listening live or watching and listening later, at the Real Been Ready, all over the board, and Podding Around all over the board. There's no G in Podding, PODDINAROUND. Shout out to everybody else. What can I say out here? Make your next move your best move, and yeah, that's what I gotta say about that one.
What's up, man? Well, we appreciate you stopping through, coming down from Ace Town. Um, Melanin Queen, you got some words you want to let the people use?
Um, Sunny California love. Um, I would say let's just get out of that mind frame of living to die or dying to live, and let's just actually start living. Um, Humanitarians, y'all need to come back. People that care about people. It shouldn't matter if they a different color than you. If we start just caring just a little bit, just start planting those seeds and see what grows from it. Um, Stay black as always, because I'm blackity black, 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 and proud to be it. And my kings, y'all stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel and be positive. And just continue to vibe out in whatever mind frame you in. Just get out of the bullshit.
That's what's up, man. So, like I said, this was a pop up tonight. Nothing is off the table. We talked about a lot of stuff. We covered a lot of stuff. Again, shout out to Ben Ready. Shout out to Melanin Queen. Shout out to Russ. Shout out to Milo for stopping through. Shout out to Roosevelt for stopping in and Yogi Loco. Um, you tap in right now. I think Yogi Loco's live free draft media. That's going on right now. Also, it's almost 11 o'clock here on the West Coast. But like I say, some words that y'all can use. Hey man, Only way we make it is through support. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people supporting people that ain't really got no drive and ain't really got no passion or really have no whereabouts. They don't know where they're going. Some people just have an idea, but they don't have no structure in that idea. So I say that to say this, even in your own personal lives, a lot of y'all will support the people in your family that ain't got shit going on, but depending on you just for you to have something to do and for you to say something about somebody. I had to do this for this and that person. Scratch that. Help out that person in your family that's trying to do something because that person that's trying to do something will do something and may end up helping you one day when you need it. So
Facts.
snap, snap back into reality. The only way we make it is through a community event. It means that community we had back in the day, the event was, we all made it. Um, like I say, I appreciate everybody for stopping in. Y'all tap in with us on Facebook. Y'all follow all of us. You know what I'm saying? I got my. Y'all want to hear see some funny memes? Y'all just tap into the Facebook, like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get to that next level. Y'all keep sharing. Tell people to follow the page because real talk will end. Just take a break. I appreciate y'all for stopping through, and we out.
Peace.
Hey.